Down. Thank you. You know, I tried some of those Apple Jacks the other day.
Cool.
They didn't taste like apple.
Mr. B, that's the coolest part of all.
It is it? Why?
Dad, you don't get it, do you?
I guess I don't.
He's old. Kellogg's Applejack cereal is part of this complete breakfast. We eat what we like.
All I was given to you. Baby, it's true. The joke's on you. Baby, it's true. The joke's on you.
Where are you going, Sonny?
To the new exhibit of Cocoa Puffs. Oh, would you look at all these big chocolate puffs for a big chocolate crunch?
They're part of your complete breakfast.
I know, the part I just can't resist. Whoa! Ooh, that's a big crunch.
Yeah, the big chocolate crunch we love.
Wait!
Where's Sonny?
Man, those big chocolate puffs always pack a big chocolate crunch in Cocoa Puffs.
When's the last time you played Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo? Waved a magic wand? Or steamed up a room just fooling around? Introducing NES Cafe Dolce Gusto. Its 15 bars of pressure lets you create all your favorite coffeehouse drinks. Luscious macchiatos, bold espressos, refreshing iced cappuccinos. The power to play is in your hands. New NES Cafe Dolce Gusto. Play with your coffee.
Grand Theft Auto 3. Out now for PlayStation 2 and PC. Rated M for mature.
Presenting the final award for Best Game of the Year, it's your glamorous co-hosts, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to F-Play's Best of 2003 show. We've reached our final award of the evening.
We've seen so much this year that boiling the games down into just 5 selections for Best Game was absolutely devastating. Would you? Anyway, every one of these games was an absolute gem. Adam?
Thanks, Morgan. We really can't say enough about the quality of the final 5. The games in this category are all groundbreaking, genre-defining, and worth every penny.
From a game where you choose between the dark side and the light to a title that played like a superhero comic come to life, it was a year full of triumphs.
After fierce debate, we boiled it down to 5, and from 5, only 1 will emerge victorious. So, without further ado, the nominations for... Thank you, Grand Theft Auto 3.
The nominees for Best Game of the Year are...
The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker.
Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time.
Rise of Nations.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Beautiful Joe.
And the winner for Best Game of the Year is...
Star Wars...
At Radio Shack, we've always made the latest technology easy to understand for your family. And now our CD-ROM computers make it easy to bring entire libraries to life. Experience the power of Tandy multimedia computers.
Remember, Harry, it's Marion's first holiday turkey, not a word if it's dry.
It's her first turkey.
It won't be juicy.
What they don't know is Marion's first turkey is America's first turkey, Butterball. It's always juicy because it's specially deep basted, so every slice is moist and tender.
Juicy turkey, Marion.
I knew it would be.
After all, it's Butterball, also available fresh.
We're Beatrice.
All
all-vegetable breakfast links from Green Giant with 81% less fat than pork sausage. So you get the flavor, not all the fat.
Meet the Press is sponsored by the Archer Daniels Midland Company. ADM, supermarket to the world.
I called the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting, tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. That means play Dr. Mario on Game Boy or NES. Ting, tang, walla-walla, bing-bang. I beat the witch doctor, and this is what he said. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting, tang, walla-walla, bing-bang, ooh-ee, ah-ah. And then he struck my head.
The pins 3 times in a match, and I don't think he would have struck no matter what if he, on that particular hit. Not solid.
Okay. Now, Ron Williams, 5'10", 180 pounds. Engaged to be wed to Bonnie Hartman. The date of the Firestone Tournament of Champions, April 22nd.
Good time to get married, and Ron will be making his first appearance at the Firestone.
And the man that finished second overall in this field, 144, has doubled.
Williams, the unusual style, the good push-away 4-step delivery, just cups the ball, then turns that elbow inward, but he rectifies the whole arm swing by getting it down underneath his body. And obviously he likes that type of shot. Another good thing about, I think, Ron Williams' style is he stays underneath the ball with both his slide leg, that left foot, and his hand, and he lofts the ball well out over the lane. He lifts it, doesn't throw it, and it's easier to control. Boom. Nice shot there.
I wonder if Don Carter's watching. We hope.
Don Carter, of course, had that crooked arm style, right, Chris? You saw him bowl many a day.
Wonderful. And, of course, we'll be doing a telecast again from Don's Kendall, Florida lanes.
It will be our 5th stop. Now Schlegel trailing by 20, 3rd frame.
Certainly isn't getting meeker, this 45-year-old. He's good and loose and ready for the contest. Trailing though by 20, can cut it to 10 with a strike in the 4th.
Professional bowling at this level, the championship round is all match.
Tonight at 10.
She says she's innocent, but she's still set to die. The clock ticks on the Black Widow at 10.
The X-Files is brought to you by Intel, makers of the amazing Pentium 2 processor.
Those misfits of science, ha, ha. Those wild and crazy scientific guys, I love them. Yeah, those misfits.
To school with Michael Jordan. Required classes. Physics.
Vertical leap times acceleration equals first.
Speech.
Give him a little.
Physiology. Learn the thirst-quenching effects of Gatorade. Now that you've done your homework...
You got game. You got game. You got no game.
Blizzards in Alaska, typhoons in Tahiti, this close to a 747. And those snacks the kiddies leave, peanut butter in Poughkeepsie, Bloodwurst in Bavaria. Oh, it's good to be home.
For headache and upset stomach, nothing works better, nothing is more soothing than Alka-Seltzer. No wonder it's America's home remedy.
Eggnog in Amsterdam, plum pudding in London.
Take your time, you know. All right, friends, I've been asked to remind you, and I'm happy to, that Radio Free Europe needs your dollars to keep the truth about the free world on the air. Send what you can to Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster. Now it is time for us to meet our special guest for tonight, easily the best-loved villain in motion pictures. He is the star of the new movie, called Scent of Mystery, which was filmed in Smell-O-Vision. Here is Peter Lorre. Nice to have you back with us. Indeed it is. Now, by the way, I see that we have here several vials of liquids of one sort or
Yes,
another.
none of them is poison, no.
None of them is?
No.
Would you
These
tell
are
us
some smells that we have bottled from the movie Scent of Mystery that you so kindly mentioned.
Well, I understand that during the motion picture, while it's being shown, that 30 different odors are flushed into the theater and out again.
That's correct.
Uh-huh.
And we have bottled them here. And on a screen, of course, you can see the flowers and you smell the flowers. But here you have it bottled without seeing them.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. Now, this gave us an idea to try something new with the panel for tonight. It's easy enough to identify the smell of flowers, for instance, when you see the flowers big on the screen. But how far can you get with your sense of smell when you have no visual aids to help you along, when you have no pictures of flowers? So, panel, we're going to drop our regular game tonight, and we're going to pose an entirely different problem to you. Peter Lorre was kind enough to bring these bottle scents along with him, and we're going to test to see how good you are at identifying them. So we have some other tests coming up later, too. So if you'll come up here to this table, Betsy and Bill on this side, and we will have Bess and Henry on this side, please. We will first test your sense of smell. Don't put your blindfold on or anything.
Kids prefer fruits. Frutilla. Sweet life.
Okay, into the showers. Let's build body with the Prel 1-2.
1. Shampoo in, body in, fullness in.
Prel Body. 2. Prel Protein-Enriched Conditioner.
Conditioner in, protein in, condition in, control in.
That's Prel Body.
Full body shampoo.
And Prel Conditioner. It's my bodybuilding system for hair.
He's hilarious.
He's disgusting.
Honest.
Offensive.
Worshipped.
Obnoxious.
Love him or hate him, there's no escaping Howard Stern's Private Parts, his new movie. The Moss Man goes one-on-one with the king of all media, Howard Stern. Watch Monday at 10. Think Fox 8 first.
Officer needs assistance northwest corner of Van Owen and Lancashire. Officer needs assistance.
Shut off.
But we lost, Grandpa.
So you lost. The ball didn't work. Come on, I'll buy you a drink. Uh-oh. Is there any money?
Uh-uh.
What's this?
Wow.
And this? You're a walking piggy bank.
Wow.
There you go.
What about you, Grandpa?
I'll have a sip of yours.
That's an awful big sip, Grandpa.
I'm an awful big guy. Now let's see some of that fancy footwork.
The following program is brought to you in compatible color, pioneered and developed by RCA. Your Chevrolet dealer, who proudly presents the record-breaking 56 Chevrolet, brings you twice each week from Hollywood, The Dinah Shore Show. And here she is now, Miss Dinah Shore.
Every honeybee fills with jealousy when they see you out with me. I don't blame them, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose. And when you're passing by, flowers droop and sigh. And I know the reason why. You're much sweeter, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose. Now don't from your tasty lips, it seems the honey fairly drips. Your confection, goodness knows, honeysuckle rose. Don't buy sugar, you just have to touch my cup. You're my sugar. It's sweet when you stir it up. When I'm taking sips from your tasty lips, it seems the honey fairly drips. Your confection, goodness knows, honeysuckle rose. Your confection, goodness knows. Your
And now back to what? No beer? On TNT. TNT goes back to Beverly Hills before it was a zip code, when it was home to Sam Elliott in Lifeguard and Kathleen Quinlan in Children of the Night. A real Beverly Hills double feature. Friday on TNT.
Silvers. First time at Gordman's? First time. We have a lot of shopping to do. And that would take you right into fall, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Look at these colors.
I love the horizontal stripe.
I do, too.
$20 in a department store. And what did you pay? $9.99. Half price for this adorable little bag. What are you looking for today? Pair of jeans? Pair of jeans. We've been here before, so we know they have good prices.
Gordman's. Brands you want, savings you deserve. I'd leave the tag on, because the tag's fun.
Ah, well.
しかしここは倒れ込む。巨漢同士のぶつかり合い、ここはかわしていって、持ち上げて持ち上げていった。120キロバックドロップ。
いやー、今のはね、バックドロップ投げましたね。
よく投げましたね。あー、そしてついにイーグル沢井と渡辺智子、因縁同士がリング上シングルでぶつかり合います。差しでぶつかり合う。
試合時間15分経過。
さあ、そしてローミカエが飛んでいきましたが、
下はイーグル様に向かって行きましたね、今のはね。
しかし今両者ともにフェンスに
ちょっと危なかったですよ。今のはすごい高さで行ったんですけれどもね、いや、まさに横浜ランドマークタワーから落ちてくるようなですね、高さで思いっきりプランチを出したんですけれどもね。
さあ、そしてラックジョーが3人を抑えておいて、これは同士打ち。
いやいや、またちょっと場外戦であるものになってますよ。
場外乱闘第2章が始まります。
いや
これは放送機器が置いてある
危ないですね。
フェンスを破壊していきます。これ生中継ですからね、それを放送すると
機械がぶっ飛ばされるので、
皆さんに放送できなくなってしまうんですが、
今これ音声がちゃんと伝わってますでしょうかね。大丈夫でしょうか、これは。今ちゃんと言ってますね。
さあ、
櫻井さん、
何でしょう。
青コーナーのリングサイドなんですが、ロープで縛り付けられて、
そうですね、
はい、蹴られています。
あれは黄色と黒の工事用で使うようなロープで高橋七重を
大変なことになりました。
サイド縛り付けています。
いやいや、これはもうまたね、ブラックジョーカーペースですよ、ここは。
やはり場外乱闘となると、ブラックジョーカーが1枚上ということになるんでしょうか。
片っぽが7枚を振り付けてますね。
そしてイーグル沢井に捕まっているのは渡辺智子。
あと2人はどこ行っちゃったんですか。
そして渡辺の額からは早くも出血が見られます。能見海もフェンスに打ちつけられる。起き上がったところ、マットの上でラリアット後頭部を打ちつけた。
いや、これはちょっとですね、
前女サイド、これは
3方向に分かれてそれぞれに大変な場面を迎えてますね。能見と
Central would like to wish all of you out there the very best of holidays and remind you that Christmas is a time to be with the ones you love and to give to those who are less fortunate. This is often difficult to remember when Christmas is more often used as a marketing gimmick. Santa is used as a liquor salesman and angels sing 50% off everything in the store. We at Comedy Central celebrate the spirit of the season and only want to wish you and your family happy holidays from our family.
Roast chicken salad is my absolute favorite because now Mum loves Macca's as much as me.
Introducing our new roast chicken salad with an exotic salad mix, succulent roast chicken breast pieces, dried cranberries, biggest so-like cheese, all topped off with our choice of low-fat, tangy dressings. It's just one of the many delicious lighter options now permanently available.
Go, Macca's.
New Salads Plus. It's change for good at McDonald's.
Pues claro, mira, aquí están. Sí, qué lindo. Do you see what I see? This wasn't here last time, was it? Come on, it's too good to pass up.
Come and try one of the new McDonald's premium salads. 3 great new choices, each topped with a warm chicken breast, grilled or crispy, and Newman's own all-natural dressings. When you see, only at McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's.
The future bring from Nintendo? More hits like Super Mario Brothers. Arcade hits like Kung Fu. Nintendo has the most video game hits. Hogan's Alley, Duck Hunt, and more like baseball and Excite Bike. And you can play them only on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power.
Oh boy, I feel much safer now.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone.
Glass Plus shines.
I can see all the obstacles in my way.
Glass Plus brightens.
Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright Glass Plus day.
Glass Plus cleans without streaking.
Gonna be a bright Glass Plus day.
Glass Plus cleans glass, plus a whole lot more.
You know the drill. It's too great to miss.
What power! Now don't expect me to go easy on you.
Dragon Ball Z, weeknights 6 to 7.
Right now, we've got our traffic report up there on the Ho Chi Minh Trail. How's it going up there?
Adrian, it's not going exactly well. There's a water buffalo jackknife up there. It's not a very pretty picture. There's horns everywhere. I don't know what to say. We're going to maybe drop in a little napalm there and try and cook him down, have a little barbecue.
Robin Williams plays a wacky Armed Forces radio disc jockey who is loved by the men but hated by the brass in Good Morning Vietnam. It's one of 5 new movies we'll be reviewing this week, and I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune. Our first film, Good Morning Vietnam, is the answer to a lot of moviegoers' prayers at long last. Even though he was very good in Moscow on the Hudson, Robin Williams in Good Morning Vietnam has finally found a film worthy of his talent as an improvisational comic genius, and it's a very good film overall, too. Williams plays an irreverent disc jockey assigned during 1965, in the relatively early days of Vietnam, to take over a tired disc jockey slot on Armed Forces Network. The film mixes period music, a wide range of soldiers in cities and in the field, and at the center is Robin Williams with his hilarious fake interviews of soldiers he's met in the field.
Talking out the field today. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Bob Bibber.
Bob, what do?
I'm in artillery.
Thank you, Bob. Can we play anything for you?
Anything, just play it loud, okay?
Funny stuff. In between the jokes, the shots of the men and the ironic music talking about love in the time of killing is very effective. Williams this time makes a joke about a fashion designer criticizing the soldiers' tacky camouflage combat uniform.
Hey, come on, baby, let's play. Game of
We've got a special man in the audience today right now. It's Mr. Leo. He's a fashion consultant for the Army.
Thank you, Agent. I'm just very happy to be here. I want to tell you something. You know, this whole camouflage thing for me...
Once captivated by the tantalizing aroma, people simply can't help acting on it. So, when a man you've never met before gives you chicken, that's KFC. The KFC Mega Bucket. 10 pieces of chicken, 4 regular fries, all for just $9.99.
World Pan Am, you can't beat the experience. America's favorite movie candies are coming home. Now enjoy Raisinets, Goobers, and Snowcaps at home and at the movies. Star attractions for your movie time pleasure. Enjoy delicious all-natural sous vide honey at the table, not on it. Shape up any meal with sous vide honey in the no-drip table server.
Special in his own way. Montgomery's the leader and he's such a good sport. Get along, gang, get along, gang. There's Wilma and Dottie with the spirit. Bingo, the prankster doesn't ruin it. Logical Portia will figure it out. And that's the step of the lead machine. Get out with the get along, gang. Come on, their adventures don't end.
There's a special kind of love no one can match. You find it in the Cabbage Patch. Cabbage Patch Kids, toddler kids, a special kind of love.
Cabbage Patch Kids are each different as can be.
You have a toddler too. I adopted Christy Lee.
They've got birth certificates and adoption papers.
I promise. Cabbage Patch Kids.
Xavier Roberts' Cabbage Patch Kids.
There's no other toddler like you, Amanda Jane.
Someone's taken some steps to juice up their batteries. And today's Duracell batteries can even outlast the ones we made just a few years back. You can't top the copper top.
You must be Doc Holliday.
That's the rumor.
You retired too?
Not me. I'm in my prime.
How the hell are you?
Piss on you, wine.
That's you now.
Don't you ever try to manhandle a cowboy, because we'll cut your goddamn pimp's heart out, you understand? We're gonna have a future in this town. It's gotta have some law and order. I can't beat him, can I?
I'll let him get you, brother. You're the one.
There it comes, Papa. You're gonna lead. You got a fight coming.
Never. I thought I said no eating cookies in bed.
It's not a cookie, Mother. It's a fruit Newton.
Oh, carry on then, carry on.
A cookie is just a cookie, but Newtons are fruit and cake.
Eddie prepared for a night flight to Lübeck in West Germany. One of his 22 passengers was 10-year-old Peter Zimmerman.
There were hours of waiting. They kept saying the plane wasn't ready, or it had to be repaired. I don't think we were afraid, at least I wasn't, and my sister didn't really know what was happening.
It was pilot Eddie's third round-trip flight of the day. Weather conditions were not ideal.
You're a real smart cookie, Nestle. You put real chocolate chips in your cookie mix. You're a real smart cookie, Nestle. You put chunky peanut butter in your cookie mix. You're a real smart cookie, Nestle. You put sun-made raisins in your oatmeal cookie mix.
New improved Nestle cookie mixes have all the right ingredients to make cookies taste really homemade.
You're a real smart cookie, Nestle. You make a real great tasting cookie mix.
Eliminate all turbulence. And water's surface tension helps hold the streams together.
And you notice that it creates a rod of water that almost doesn't look like water, it looks like a glass or a plastic rod. But you'll notice that it is actually water.
Kind of rippled when he threw it in. He pours in a molten tin and swishes it around with his hand in a big asbestos glove. You burn yourself on every one, but they're beautiful. They're English, but they're made in Turkey. And they're the set, look at them all. They're just, oh, I love them. I just love them. But I'm telling you that you're talking about a lot of money for these. Let me put some of these away, and I'll show them to you as we go along this morning, because I want to mold several of them, okay? Do I have some other molds here? Oh, my favorite. I have a mold that I bought in New Orleans. Here, take a look at this one. Bought this in New Orleans at a very inexpensive antique shop. And it's Limoges. It's Limoges. You see how many times it was used? It's a melon mold. Limoges porcelain from France. $10 in New Orleans. If you haven't been in New Orleans to eat, go. If you haven't been in New Orleans to look at the antique shops, go. If you haven't been to New Orleans at all, go. You'll love it. Now, end of the copper molds. Let's get on with it. The first thing we want to talk about today is a mold. There, we have enough room now. If you're going to mold fruit things, for heaven's sakes, do something interesting. Please don't use stuff out of a package. Yuck. I suggest, see if I can figure out which mold I used. Yes. I put a watermelon mold in this one. You simply add gelatin to your fruit juice and then let it set up. And this is watermelon juice, fresh watermelon, no seeds. Isn't he gorgeous? Look at him wiggle. The kids will love this. And it's fine eating. It's very delicious, and it's not a flavor that they would normally find. I'll show you another one now. The next most common thing that we will do with molded food is probably the old, oh, I've got to put an ice cream mold in the refrigerator. I want to freeze some ice cream for you. Make a bomb. No, it's not going to go off. It has no fuse. You don't have to worry about it. Which one will you choose? This will do us, I think. No, let's try this one. No, that's too small. This is the one we want. Let me freeze this. I want it cold now so we can do this together. Excuse me. And then we will, so you've got to chill your mold or the ice cream will not stick to the sides. And we want to put 2 colors of ice cream.
Wash the same amount, but Tide looks like more. More what? Mostly more water. Whisk is thicker and it's more powerful, so you use less. Concentrated double power whisk. It's smaller, thicker. It's the best whisk ever.
Italiani. Baci.
Baci. Delicious praline and roast hazelnuts, wrapped in fine milk chocolate.
Senti, per fortuna che l'hai lasciato però,
Cappuccino.
Almeno questo è generoso, guarda.
Il conto. Co blimey.
Baci, irresistibly Italian.
The Airbus A380 will feature 4 independent primary flight control systems. Each of these systems is capable of operating the aircraft should the others fail, creating a redundancy system unequaled by any military or commercial plane.
Machine can play games with you.
But as a real computer, I can also help with education.
Give people the power to be successful. Enable them to create music and produce extraordinary images through my artist's palette.
They designed the Atari ST.
A real thing, not a plaything.
Program is brought to you in part by UPS. For guaranteed overnight delivery from coast to coast, UPS runs the tightest ship in the shipping business.
Mr. Burdick, it is time to take inventory. I am counting.
The taxman says count it.
Burdick says sell it.
Sell.
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 We'd rather sell it than count it. It's Burdick's Inventory Countdown Sale going on now. Everything's got to go by March 24th when our fiscal year ends. We're the largest Whirlpool dealer, so we sell it for less. This Whirlpool washer just $279, matching dryer $249.
Burdick's Inventory Countdown will end soon.
When you're cooking your best, nothing tastes quite like butter. Nothing bastes quite like butter. Nothing bakes quite like butter.
Butter.
Butter! When you're cooking your best, nothing tastes quite like butter.
The last time that we ever played was in August of '67. So the band only was in existence for 2.5 years. And it's amazing how much we packed into that 2.5 years. It was amazing.
The transition from folk to folk rock was over. The summer of love had passed, and a new generation of groups were coming through. But in the space of a few years, these musicians and bands that had come out of Greenwich Village had left their mark on American pop music.
I've been having a sweet dream. I've been dreaming since I woke up to.
Hi, KB. Who are your friends?
My dog Donut, my buddy Marty.
Hey, Kitty, what's up?
My classmate Ocean. Oh, yeah, there's Kelly. She's okay.
Hi, I'm Kai.
Who are not your friends?
Well, there's these two guys at school, Jesse and Jeff. Jeff does drugs, and he tries to get us to do it, too. Jesse thinks he's cool because he hangs out with Jeff.
Hey, guys, want to have some fun?
No, thanks, man.
Yeah, get a life, guys.
92, see over 50 years of the best new and classic programs on the Disney Channel.
You mean if I call my son in college?
Passenger airbags, standard anti-lock brakes, and 275 horsepower engine for even twice the price of this new Firebird formula. Soon other sports cars will try to close the distance, and that's okay. But that will be then. This new Firebird is now.
Now, before our panel says goodnight, may I remind you to tune in again next Sunday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, when once again we invite you to play What's My Line. For other localities, check your local listings for the date and time of our weekly series. Now, a word from next week's sponsor.
Para blanquear la ropa, Cloralex es el bueno, porque Cloralex tiene alta concentración. Buen resultado Cloralex da, porque blanquea con facilidad. Para blanquear la ropa, Cloralex es el bueno.
¿Gusto de entretener sus horas libres? ¿Le gusta tejer y hacer curiosidades? Entonces no tire los envases vacíos de Cloralex.
Bueno, ¿y qué hacer con tanto envase?
Gratis pida el folleto ¿Qué hacer con los envases vacíos de Cloralex? Escriba Productos Químicos Allen, apartado 1083 Monterrey. Cloralex, por su concentración, rinde 300 veces su tamaño de acción blanqueadora. Diferentes tamaños para más comodidad y economía. Ahora con exclusiva imbiotapa, garantiza el contenido y abre fácilmente. Los productos Allen, por su alta calidad, fueron seleccionados y oficialmente autorizados por el Comité Olímpico para la higiene de las instalaciones deportivas.
We make your pizza fresh when you order. And with the Domino's Heat Wave, we make sure it tastes like it's right from the oven. All you have to make is a phone call. Get 2 medium pizzas with up to 2 toppings and a 2-liter of Coke for just $13.99.
One taste of new sugar-free Jell-O gelatin, and you're gonna...
Give in, give in, give in to the taste. Cool and refreshing, deliciously tempting. This is sugar-free? How can it be? Give in, give in, give in to the taste.
New sugar-free Jell-O gelatin is sweetened with natural-tasting NutraSweet, and it has just 8 calories.
New sugar-free Jell-O gelatin. Give in, give in, give in to the taste.
For just $1.79.
Flavor baked chicken, flavor baked fish. Come on in and get your wish.
Nobody makes it like Long John Silver's Flavor Bakes It.
Long John Silver, go fish. One.
Let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me.
Surfin' was the breakthrough, and follow-up single Surfin' Safari how to scale the national charts. Murray had got the band signed to Capitol Records. Now they needed the big hit formula.
They're really rocking in Boston and Pittsburgh, PA, deep in the heart of Texas.
In the early stages of our careers, we take a template, then we'll put our arrangement on top of it. So we found a Chuck Berry song called Sweet Little 16, and he simply added surfing spots on it.
Sweet Little 16. Let's have a warm welcome to the real surfers, the one and only Beach Boys. If everybody had an arm across the USA, then everybody be surfing like California, yeah.
With Chuck's chords and Brian's harmonies, Surfin' USA climbed to number 3 in the national charts, and the kids couldn't get enough.
Surfing USA. surfing USA. We'll all be planning on a run.
Growing up where I grew up, which is the Mohawk Valley, upstate New York, when you're stuck in the middle of an ice storm and looking out at the snow, and you're hearing about, you know, palm trees and sand and girls in bikinis, and I was 11, 12 years old, you go, wow. You know, that can't be real. Wow, man, this is just like, it must be paradise.
It's so embarrassing.
This kid,
Will you marry me?
is calling all the shots.
Oh, I speak like I got a mouthful of spit.
Oh, at least I don't do this. Bruce Willis, Disney's The Kid, rated PG, now playing.
Creamy, creamy, chocolate, creamy, creamy, chocolate, chocolate.
Come on, chewy, 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 come on, come on, chewy, 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 chewy,
on these changes.
I think it's absolutely wonderful to be alive at this time when such a transition is taking place. And I think that is the reason for the incredible richness of our fiction, because we're moving into an era that we can imagine, and yet no one really knows where it's going, except it's obvious to anyone that it's going to transform us. We're moving out into space. Everything is going to change.
Every age has new wonders, and the speculations of one age become the reality of the next.
While no one knows exactly what the future will bring, some writers may be able to give us a glimpse of the worlds to come. We find that the line between science fiction and science fact becomes more and more blurred as we boldly go.
It's back and forth to school 13,752 times. It took the family to the Adirondacks every summer. And after all that, your dealer says it's only worth about $800. To us, it's worth everything. If you have a car, a boat, or RV, call the Volunteers of America today and donate. You'll get the tax advantage, and you'll help the disadvantaged. It's the American way.
Power of Gold by Eureka. New Powerline and Powerline Plus. 9 big amps here. 10 amps and a hard body here. Attachments on board to clean anywhere. Traps 99% of the dirt. Powerline and Powerline Plus. Only by Eureka.
An unstoppable killer is on the loose. A killer no one has ever seen in a place no one has ever been. Enter FBI Special Expert Warren Stanton.
This man is mine.
It's the very best.
Get down!
Against the very worst.
I'm gonna pull the trigger!
And only one will survive. Sidney Poitier, Tom Berenger.
Let her go or die!
Shoot to kill. Rated R.
Starts Friday at a theater near you.
Introducing the 1998 Hess Recreation Van. It's big, bright, and full of surprises. Look, a dune buggy with real head and taillights. Look again. There's more. A neat motorcycle built for speed. Rev them up and watch them go. $16.99 at Hess stations. Energizer batteries included. And best of all, they're here just in time for Christmas. Happy holidays from Hess.
Oh, encore toi. C'est moi, Maître Sega. Tu te prends pour Michael maintenant? Tu choisis Moonwalker? C'est pas
infrared link. So this is waiting for a connection, and I've enabled a connection here on the Omnibook.
It just beeped, so they're talking to each other?
They're now connected, and what's happening is they're mapping their drives to one another. So the desktop can access the Omnibook, and the Omnibook can access the desktop. So you see drive C, which is my hard drive, can be accessed right from the desktop. So I've written a press release that I want to put on my Palm Top or portable. I just simply drag it to drive D, and it's copied over.
So just as if this were another drive sitting on the desktop.
That's correct. And the same thing can be done from the Omnibook to the desktop. So if I wanted to install new software here, I could access this floppy drive.
Okay, so we have a file that just moved through infrared from here to here. Now I want to print it. Can I go from the notebook to this DeskJet printer?
That's right. You can use an external adapter, much like what we've used on the desktop, that just simply plugs into the parallel port of the printer. So now we've got the press release here. Let me pull it up and
just stick a piece of paper
go
in
ahead
now?
and insert the piece of paper.
Okay, so we're now going from laptop to printer.
That's right, using the exact same infrared technology. 2 different functions, same interface. So once the printer gets set here, it'll go ahead and the infrared connection will transfer the data. And in fact, it's flashing busy right now.
Okay, now let's talk about this little guy. Now you've got a palm top over there. Now we could be doing the same thing, going from the notebook to the palm top using the infrared built into both?
That's correct.
All right, now you also have something else there called Starlink claim. What is that?
That's right, infrared is great for short range, but HP Starlink is designed to provide nationwide coverage. You can receive news, weather, sports, personal messages right into your palm top or your notebook anywhere in the country.
So again, this is using wireless stuff just to go from here to here, you know, a foot apart. That's wireless, same at a kind of point and shoot, but up to some satellite in the sky somewhere.
Yes, linked by a satellite, works anywhere in the country in any populated area.
Okay, thanks a lot. That's it for this week's Computer Chronicles. Remember, if you have any questions about anything you've seen on today's show,
Place for Heart to Heart, weekdays at 3.
We'll return after these messages. The Disney Sunday Movie, brought to you by Snickers Bar. Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mist.
Listen to relieve your cold at night. America's elite skaters vie for a national title plus a spot on the U.S. Olympic team. The U.S. Figure Skating Championships. An ABC Sports Special tonight.
Judy Moore presenting a $13,000 check to the winner, Monticelli, 215, Mark Ross, 189. ABC Sports tonight, United States Figure Skating Championships, featuring the ladies and men's competition. Next Saturday, we'll be in Torrance, California for the finals of the $150,000 AC Delco Classic. Up next, ABC's World News.
You can mountain bike, you can sail, you can climb, you can hike. I just get like bruises and things. See my bruise? You know, I'd hate to just die being old and not have had any fun. Wow, I live here.
Balancing your play, your work, your social life. I'm happy here.
But we both need really cool men.
The Sears catalog and the Bible were almost universally in use in rural America for many years. And in much of rural America, those were the only 2 pieces of literature in the home.
Buying from the catalog must have been something like Christmas. In the mail comes this package for you, this special thing that you've picked out. You open it up, and there it is. It has to have felt like a present arriving every time.
The federal government ought to strike a medal for the Sears company for bringing so much color and mystery and magic into the lives of people who otherwise would not have it.
It was called the Wish Book. In its heyday, it weighed 6 pounds, ran to 1,500 pages, featured 100,000 products, reached some 20 million Americans. The Sears catalog was the creation of one man, Richard Warren Sears. He was a product of the Midwest. As a man, he built the largest retail empire in the world by knowing the character and needs of rural Americans. As a boy, he was captivated by the power and possibilities of the railroad. The railroad would become the instrument of his dreams.
It's that time of year. Time for Campbell's Green Bean Casserole. You'll find the recipe at campbellskitchen.com. Campbell's, it's amazing what soup can do.
Mediterranean chicken salad. Thanks.
Every once in a while, a really special salad comes along. Introducing Wendy's Mediterranean Chicken Salad with herb-seasoned chicken, crumbled feta, and red wine vinaigrette dressing. Wendy's, it's better here.
Sunday on Beyond Belief, 3 girls summon a spirit from the grave.
What are we going to do? I don't know.
A man is brought back to life by his television.
What happened?
Are these stories true?
His heart's beating again.
Are you brave enough?
They used to call me a tomboy. I'd climb these trees in my daddy's groves and eat the oranges fresh picked. I'd come home with orange nails and a sticky chin, and Mom would put me right in the tub. That fresh picked goodness is captured by Tropicana Pure Premium. The other major brands add things to or take things out of their juice. With Pure Premium, the way the rain and the sun make it is the way you taste it. Tropicana Pure Premium. You just can't pick a better juice.
Pizza on a silk blouse. What you need is super concentrated DD7. Now you can lift out the worst stain even from delicate silk or upholstery. DD7 does it all. Red dye, ink, and iodine in your wash water change the laundry from yellow to yuck. A little DD7 changed this to this and save the laundry.
Order your tube of DD7 today for just $14.95, or we'll double your order for only $5 more. That's 2 tubes for only $19.95.
These are the Showboat Lanes, very impressive. And a crowd of over 500 here, just jamming the place to take a look at the finals of this, the 3rd PBA tournament that we've had here in this facility. Relatively new facility. Steve Hoskins is new to our telecast as well. And the last rookie to win a championship was John Gant in 1984, the Denver Open. So for a rookie to come out on his first try and win is tough.
Needs a strike to take the lead.
So a seesaw battle here in our first match.
Look at how this young man cups his wrist on the ball, gets right underneath it, tremendous leverage. Watch the push off of the right foot. Good, solid follow through. And his idol was Wayne Webb, another short-statured man who with a lot of power who won last week's True Value Open. He patterned himself after Wayne Webb, except he says, I throw more power than Wayne. So he looks good.
Wayne finished 36th this week after a victory in Peoria. And again, a 10-pin left lane.
I'll tell you what, when you put that much on a bowling ball, it's not fair that they stand up. This young man showed a little confidence in that particular shot. And one of the keys to his success has been the solid foundation he's had this week as bright yellow shoes, custom shoes to adjust these synthetic approaches.
3 Southeastern Region titles, to his credit, all coming last year in the towns of Conyers, Georgia, St. Petersburg, and Valdosta, Georgia. From Florissant, Missouri.
It's your restaurant. Candlelight. Is this business or pleasure?
Which do you prefer?
Stick to business. People are watching.
Of course they are. This is a commercial to prove this is the perfect time for Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler. It's wet, and it's dry.
And it's Seagram's. I heard. What happens after the commercial?
Pleasure.
What do you have in mind?
You get to drink it.
New Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler. It's wet and it's dry.
That one's a keeper. What if that Bass Pro Shop's got cheese balls? I'm going to change to another lake. I'll go in that tackle box and get another lure first.
It's the T&N Bass Tournament of Champions, and it's available for your Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis with 3 levels of competition on 6 different lakes in all seasons and weather conditions. And the best part is...
I didn't have to gas up the boat. Well, that's good. You'd probably forget anyway. Oh, leave me alone.
It's the T&N Bass Tournament of Champions. About the only thing you can't do is take your catch home for dinner.
Where is he anyway?
So ein Kist Apfel, Birne, Kirsch, Zitrone und Orange. So ein Kist her, Strohhalm rein. Sonnensaftig soll es sein. Sonnensaftig, so ein Kist. Sonnensaftig, so ein Kist.
Zoonkist. The USA movie, The Ritz, will continue.
Hot news, hot news, hot, hot, hot news. Procter Silex has hot news for coffee lovers. Little Drip, the automatic drip coffee maker with the all-in-one design. Hot news, hot news. Little Drip has thermal action, which brews drip coffee good and hot, and keeps it hot and fresh 45 minutes unplugged. Hot news, hot, hot. And the all-in-one design makes Little Drip easy to handle and store. Little Drip from Procter Silex. It's hot news. Hot, hot, hot news, hot news.
Holiday pictures and the Kodak Color Watch system.
So you used that terrific Kodak film. You got everybody to smile except Uncle Scrunchkey, who always goes. Now, don't forget great developing. You should look for the Kodak Color Watch seal. Color Watch means great developing. Now, this seal says every picture is printed on Kodak paper. So, for photos that will make everyone smile except you know who, Kodak Color Watch for great developing. You're going to thank me for it.
Hello, my name is Fujiko. I'd like to tell you how to capture the beautiful smiles of the holidays with Fujifilm. You go click, and you get gorgeous pictures. Click, sharp images, natural colors. Just put a Fujifilm in your camera and ask for your holiday gift from Fujifilm at your participating dealer. This holiday season, the world is turning to Fujifilm, official film of the 1984 Olympic Games in Los Angeles.
Give me my legs! I can't feel my legs!
Those are my legs.
Oh, hey, do me a favor, grab my butt. Oh, that feels bad.
Introducing Spider-Man 2 Web Action Gaming System. One base unit that plugs into your TV. Then strap on the high-tech hand and leg sensors and prepare to tangle with Doc Ock and his terrifying tentacles. You control the action. Spin your way through 5 different levels. Let Spider-Man shoot webs, throw punches, jump rooftops, even swing into action. Because with Doc Ock on the loose, the best defense is a Spidey offense. Spider-Man 2 Web Action Video Game plugs into your TV set. Batteries not included.
Get that right. New from Skechers, Sporty Shorty is a rainbow of fun with every color under the sun. Go Skechers, go Skechers, go! From Skechers, gonna have you kids. Go Skechers, go Skechers, go!
In some ways, I'm old-fashioned and sentimental. I save love letters, and I press flowers in books. But I do like the modern way to have prettier hair. That's why I like Nice and Easy. It's got built-in conditioners, and the color looks so honest. It lets me be me. I guess that's why Nice and Easy is the world's best-selling hair color.
Somebody scream!
Introducing Popeye's new Caribbean shrimp for only $2.99. Tender, crispy popcorn shrimp seasoned with a refreshing blend of coconut and tropical citrus flavors. Take a vacation from bland, boring shrimp and try Popeye's new Caribbean shrimp. Get a basket of Caribbean shrimp with fries, biscuit, and new spiced pineapple glazed dipping sauce for only $2.99. or get an 11-piece box of Popeye's New Orleans-style chicken, spicy all mild, for only $9.99.
One of these troop members is not like the other.
How could one of us be a monster?
It's a shapeshift. It assumes the victim's shape.
What does that mean?
One of you is the monster.
Who's the imposter?
Jake is the monster.
No, I'm not. It's Haley. Find out in an all-new episode of The Troop next Saturday night at 9, only on NES.
しかも場所が武道館。すごいですよね、シチュエーションとしては。 まあ山本さんもね、そういった選手を気遣うあたりはさすが代表だなという感じがしますけれども。いやでも個人的には非常に楽しみなね。客観的に見ると非常に楽しみな。 全くその通りですね。僕も非常に興奮して見てますけど。はい。斉藤さん高子のコスチュームがまた一段ときらびやかになりましたけれどもね。
そうですね。
好きでしょこういう
の。どうでしょう。この試合はそうですね。山本代表は非常に大きな針の後ろというような表現をお使いになってたんですが。井上貴子選手にとっても非常に大きな宿題のような試合だと思うんですよね。どういうやっぱりシビアにやるしかないんでしょうね。はい。
これはね最近得意としている
今日の試合なんかで井上貴子選手ね、特にどのぐらいの器のレスラーなんだかっていうのはちらっと見えると思いますよ。なる
ほど。さあ最初にホールを奪ったのはこの貴子。ツームスト2連発、そして顔面をマットに叩きつけてきました。さあここまではちょっと防戦一方だった貴子ですけれども、この心当たりから反撃。この辺りのねなんとも小憎たらしいファイト、
こういうふうにやった方がいいと思いますね。
この辺が魅力、この人の魅力というね最近のパターンですけれども、
井上貴子選手もだんだん難しくなってきてるんですよ。この意地悪そうだけど結構好きというのが始まっちゃいましたから、今まではなんて言うんでしょうね、
正統派ですよね、基本的にはね。
これからが意地悪さが好かれちゃった後はじゃあどうやって諦めずにというのはもう1ページ必要になってくるんですね。
ただこれは一つのこの人の個性ですからね、どんどん伸ばしていくべきだとは思うんですが、
今日は同じアイドル対決といってもですね、やはり誰が見てもキューティーの方がベビーフェイスっぽいですね。
さあそのあたりリング中央、今度は肩逆エビ固めで、この表情が井上貴子のファンにはたまらないというですね。 しかし両選手の表情のアップがこれはもうファンにはたまらないですね。 たまらないですか。 いいですよこれは。 いややっぱりねこれからの女子プロレス。
A show about wholesome family values.
We would have liked to have more kids, but Hank has a narrow urethra.
Peggy, a strong work ethic. Oh, my head! And good, clean fun.
You can't get on base without taking a swing.
The pitcher can walk.
Don't play lawyer ball, son.
Introducing a comedy drawn from real life. King of the Hill.
Keep your eye on the ball!
On the what?
Premieres in 2 weeks on Fox.
There is a better way to have fun with history. Visit americaslibrary.gov. Log on, play around, learn something.
40,000 fans, millions of TV viewers, intense international competition, and dreams of baseball glory. The Little League World Series today on ABC.
To make your own Adventure Time videos with clips, music, and sound effects in the Mix It Video Creator. Woo!
Beautiful home has come true for 4 generations of Northeast Ohioans at Kronheim's Furniture. Now enjoy savings made possible through our huge buying power. Then skip all of 2000. Do not pay until 2001 or take extra cash discounts. It's not just a dream. Have your furniture in your home in 3 days or less, guaranteed. And just skip 2000. Your furniture is free until 2001. This weekend only through 9 p.m. Monday at Kronheim's.
It's the incredible crash dummy! Make that head down! Okay, everybody, no hands! Wild Bull is giving free rides in the flip-over truck.
This is great!
The Jump Bob Wrecker arrives to spoil the fun.
Smash him! Give him the boot!
Can anyone stop these heels?
If you want him out of the way, use the horn.
Whoa! The incredible crash dummies! Flip-over truck, Junk Bot Wrecker, and figures all sold separately. Don't you be a dummy! Buckle your safety belt!
Excuse me, do you know who you're talking to? Can you follow my finger, please?
Take me home!
Can I get back up down here, please?
A little skating, a little passing, a little shooting.
Grab your skates and a big stick. It's time to hit the rink. We've rounded up the latest of this season's hockey offerings for the console. First out of the box is EA's NHL 2002 for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. Featuring top-of-the-line graphics and sound, NHL 2002 also allows you to customize the gameplay to be more arcade or sim-like, depending on your taste. NHL 2002 also contains something you might not expect to find in a sports title.
Wow, Don, that was really incredible. Well, then don't eat it. I said incredible.
NHL 2002 entertains with surprisingly funny and naturalistic play-by-play commentary.
Hey, by Kiprusoff.
NHL 2002 easily earns the Stanley Cup of Hockey Gaming, scoring a 5 out of 5.
And that's what makes it even more impressive.
At the other end of the spectrum is Midway's NHL Hits 2002 for all three systems. Hits relies less on the power of wit and more on the power of Grayskull. If you're looking for realism, Hits is not your game. The emphasis is on fast-moving, hard-hitting, over-the-top gameplay. Unfortunately, none of this comes together as well as it should. The visuals are played by glitches and slowdown. Control is mushy and imprecise, and the lack of penalties or, well, rules robs it of any real strategy beyond flattening your opponent.
Oh, this guy just got taken to obedience school.
What should be a visceral experience ends up feeling bland and repetitive, earning NHL Hits 2002 a meager 2 out of 5.
I felt that. I really did.
If you've been waiting for some Dreamcast hockey action, it won't be long now. NHL 2K2 was Sega's first entry into the hockey rink for 2 years and promises a greatly improved AI, plus a slew of new options and play modes. Look for NHL 2K2.
Saucepan, commonly used in the making of surprise sauces. However, this requires far too much time, effort, and advanced culinary skills. So say bye-bye to burnt bottoms, hello and hallelujah to new Cheese Whiz sauces. That's right, sauces, made for the microwave so they melt smooth and creamy over all your favorite foods. Now that's one creamy sauce. Parmesan Italiano, white cheddar, and Tex-Mex. New Cheese Whiz sauces. Now this changes everything.
Tell one suit from the next, check the fabric. This one's pure wool. At a department store, you might pay $400 for a fine wool suit. But at S&K, our fine wool suit is under $200. We call it Taylor's Row, pure worsted wool, made in America. If that's not enough, when you buy a Taylor's Row suit or blazer slack combination, you get a pure silk Taylor's Row tie absolutely free.
When you buy Energizer batteries, take home a free Energizer Bunny ornament. You'll find 4 different designs where Energizer batteries are sold. Collect them all this holiday.
Many, many people take it for a game. People don't understand. No, they think loving is beautiful and grand, baby. Oh, my baby. Oh, my baby. You're the one. You're loving.
By the late 50s, Meek was clear that there was a new audience ready for his kind of music and a different type of performer ready to play it.
It was casual to the nth degree. It was made up on the spot, and everybody was totally surprised when public went out and actually bought these things. I mean, we created a market. This record market did not exist at that point in time. You know, people did not go out, particularly teenagers. Up until that time, 14-year-olds were at work. I was at work at 14. We didn't have the kind of money to go out and buy records. So, I mean, teenagers buying records was a whole teenagers buying anything was a whole brand new market. So the whole thing was like man emerging from the sea. There was no design at all. The big companies made their own recordings, employed their own staff, and hired musicians and singers on a musicians' union fee basis. For instance, when I made Rock Island Line, I got £3.10 for singing Rock Island Line. No royalties. There were no royalties then.
Mead soon found the hierarchy of the recording establishment intolerable. He also felt his employers at Lands...
was nowhere near Chicago. It was more than 1,000 miles away in Texas. Later, it spread north, across the Great Plains to Montana. After the railroad reached Abilene, Kansas in 1867, cowboys began herding Texas longhorns north along the Chisholm Trail to the railhead. They were loaded on cattle cars bound for buyers in Chicago, like Gustavus Swift. Swift would revolutionize the beef industry, what Americans and much of the world ate, when they ate it, where they bought it, how little they paid for it. Once a luxury, he made beef affordable and commonplace. He bought his cattle at the Union stockyards and shipped them east to butchers he knew in Massachusetts. But there were problems shipping live animals.
They have to be fed, they have to be watered, which they don't do very happily in a railroad car, which means that they're constantly losing weight. And many of these are animals with long horns, stuffed into cattle cars and gouging each other, so that a number of them will arrive wounded or dead by the time they reach their final destination. These are all reasons not to want to ship live animals.
Gustavus Swift was shipping via the railroad steers that weighed about 1,000 pounds. He only was able to sell 600 pounds of that animal through the meat. And so there was 400 pounds that was just costing him money.
Swift decided to slaughter the cattle in Chicago and ship only the dressed beef east. In that decision, he took risks greater than any Chicago entrepreneur had ever taken.
If you're not going to ship live animals, how are you going to ship the beef so that it doesn't rot along the way? And there, the answer to the riddle has already been provided by the pork packers in the 18...
By Alan Parker, the director of Midnight Express and Fame. And Birdie is just opening now in New York, Los Angeles, and Toronto. It'll open in the rest of the United States in late January and February. And Birdie begins as if it's going to be one of those parables about a troubled young man who loves birds more than people because he would like to fly like a bird, fly away from all the problems on Earth. And actually, in the beginning of Birdie, there are two kids in that position, actually. Two kids from a poor section of South Philadelphia, one who flies from his problems by being a wrestler. The other is a genuine bird nut who convinces his buddy to dress up in a pigeon suit.
A few words about mouths. Ooh. Ah.
The deadly inhumanoid tendril lashes out, and the forest comes alive as the redwoods help their scientist friends.
Nasty redwoods! Inhumanoids! Inhumanoids! The evil that lies within!
I can't hold them much longer! Where's Redland? Here's Redland! Nasty redwood! Let him go, Tendril! I'll get you next time! Way to go, Redland!
Redland and other figures sold separately from Hasbro.
Inhumanoids!
Stop near and far from a beautiful magical star. Your name B-E-D-R-O-C-K. We're growing up in the bedrock way.
zone, a give mom a break zone. It's a jump up and shout zone, just let it all out zone. It's a play all day, perfect place for my next birthday zone. And only Discovery Zone offers Power Rangers movie birthday parties with games, gifts, a private party room, and lots of Mighty Morphin fun. Call DZ and we'll take care of everything for a Power Rangers movie party. Discovery Zone. Anytime, any day. Come in and play.
Our breakout session is going to be great. Got the Gecko t-shirt, 4 million drivers switched. Gecko water bottle, notebook, chamois.
Sir, I feel a little bit uncomfortable with all this. I mean, it's not about me. It should be about how Geico's the third largest car insurance company in the nation. Things like that.
Oh, of course. We're not going to get carried away.
Yeah, all right. As long as we don't overdo it.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Kids Night every Tuesday night with awesome pizza, free balloons, placemats, and kids get a great tasting Quaker Chewer granola bar. When your mouth's hungry, Tuesday night's YTV Kids Night at Pizza Hut and nothing but.
Now, give me the map.
Never.
Never?
No.
Then what do you want on your tombstone?
Crust that rises. Definitely.
Introducing new oven rising pizza from Tombstone. The crust bakes up right in your oven for a fresh baked, one-of-a-kind Tombstone taste. What do you want on your Tombstone oven rising pizza?
Towel?
No.
Detective Inspector Roger Hart of Scotland Yard.
Religion.
Hot Pizzone. With over 1 pound of hunger-crushing cheese and toppings, you may experience unhunger.
Unhunger.
Get one for just $5.99 or two for $10.99. Get more full. Get America's favorite pizza. Pizza Hut. Now on.
Really decline it. Make it 4th down. We have less than a minute left in the third quarter.
Holding offense 66, 10 and 3rd down.
Ken Reeves. They're going to take the penalty. Seattle has lost their starting left corner on defense, Terry Taylor, with a hip strain. So there's a place for Philadelphia to attack. That takes them out of field goal range, and it's 3rd down and 16.
It's a good decision by Seattle to take the penalty because it does take Philadelphia out of the close range for the field goal, even though they feel like they would have had the ball back.
We said earlier that Fred Young was the shadow, but the last 2 plays it's been Greg Gaines, number 56, who's been on top of Cunningham, and it's 4th down and punting time, and they'll have to try to pin Seattle close to their goal line. 20 seconds left in the third quarter, and nobody's anxious to stop the clock, so we're going to have our period come to a close here with a 21-13 Seattle lead, apparently. That's correct. This will be the 5th punt for Telchik when we start the 4th quarter. That's the end of the third quarter, 21-13 Seattle. We now pause for a word from your local station. The 4th quarter gets underway with Telchik punting from the 40. Hangs it high, and Edmonds calls for a fair catch and allows it to go. Philadelphia made a good play to keep it inside the 5-yard line. And so the Seahawks have a long way to go. NFC Central. Chicago by 2 on a field goal by Butler to win that one. And Detroit over Tampa Bay and Cincinnati.
Whoa! Welcome to KFC. May I help you? Can I really get a Gigapet with every meal? Yeah.
Then I'll take 400 Colonel Strip meals, 300 original recipe meals, 500 chunky chicken pot pies.
For a limited time at KFC, with every meal, you can get a Gigapet for just $7.99. Cyber Kitty, Bitty Kitty, Micro Pup, and Digipooch. It's the toy on every kid's list. You just have to know where to get them.
Gotta fly! Thank you!
Everybody needs a little KFC.
It's the statement you make as you travel through life. Distinctive, decidedly you. The great American road belongs to Buick. Oh, it's the fast lane of life. The road to the top. The road that Buick commands. Yeah, the great American road belongs to Buick.
君たちこの夏64ウルトラ楽しいマッハスペシャルアクションアドベンチャーゴエモン頑張れゴエモン8月7日発売
Let's kill the wabbit. Brack's a strange lot, but no stranger to musical bird. The combative stylings of Tom and Jerry, ladies and gentlemen. A little song, a little dance.
It's the songs you grew up with or refused to grow up with and the cartoons that made them sing. On Cartoon Network's Greatest Musical Moments, Friday at 8 on Cartoon Network.
Hello?
Yes, we've got a new cellular plan with your prepayment of activation charges. Prime non-maintain part minutes.
Cellular phone offers are not always clear. But ever since Sprint PCS built the only all-digital nationwide network, everything is clear, including the offer.
Hello?
Sprint PCS is now just $30 for 200 minutes anytime.
Wow.
For non-peak weekday minutes. You following me? Excellent. Now there are a few to...
That's some of the remarkable opening documentary footage of Titanic showing the bones of the real ship where they rest below many fathoms of the Atlantic. And on this revolving thumb segment, we'll discuss the film's remarkable success. As the ship sails, Rose is played by Kate Winslet, who has a sudden shipboard romance with a kid from Steerage played by Leonardo DiCaprio. His charisma is a big factor in the film's repeat business.
You're the most amazingly astounding, wonderful woman that I've ever known.
Intercut with the love story is some very cleanly and clearly told information about how the ship gets into trouble and why the trouble will be fatal.
She can stay afloat with the first 4 compartments breached, but not 5. Not 5. As she goes down by the head, the water will spill over the tops of the bulkheads. At E-deck, from one to the next, back and back. There's no stopping it.
Titanic's screenplay is a model of clarity unusual in a film of this scope. It pays attention to details, not just the vast big picture, and that, I think, is why the final hour is so moving. We're not just looking at spectacular effects, but at a process that involves human error, human greed, and something everybody can identify with, who lives and who dies. And it's also well written. One reason the audiences have been so big, I think, is that at last an epic doesn't insult their intelligence or bludgeon them with violence and gore. It's a vast picture, but it's on a human scale, like Lawrence of Arabia. Everything is at the...
Looking for furniture that will stand up to the whole family? Come to Siemens Furniture. Their peace of mind guarantee guarantees you the highest quality furniture at the lowest possible price.
Clueless on what to give? Honey, this year give the Blockbuster gift card. Great for movie rentals, music, and a whole lot more. So instead of this, honey, you're scaring me. Give the Blockbuster gift card. After all, 'tis better to give than return.
Want to know the secret to the primetime porterhouse at the Palm Steakhouse? A1 steak sauce and the marinade. A1, a marinade, a seasoning, a 136-year-old secret.
Mother Nature. Introducing Gardening Mama, the first ever gardening game for DS.
Terrific!
Your stylus becomes the ultimate gardening tool. Nurture fruits.
Nice job.
Vegetables.
Amazing.
And flowers.
Bravo! Perfect!
Yours for the picking in April.
Burger King presents Broiling versus Frying.
I just can't figure it out. Everybody knows flame broiling beats frying nearly 3-to-1. It's all over town. And McDonald's is frying their hamburgers all over town. Well, I like them flame broiled. So what do are you gonna do? I got it. Go to Burger King. Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
He stands in the way of anarchy. The civil war of the last few days is not quite over. Soldiers are still searching out members of Ceausescu's secret police who tried to turn back the people's revolution with gunfire. Today was quieter than yesterday. People are beginning to clean up this battered city, but they are angry rather than joyous. For a nation trying to feel its way toward democracy, there could have been better ways to start.
They say you can't capture the image of freedom on videotape, but you can, you know. In fact, of all the images in the 1980s, surely the most vivid are those associated with freedom.
In Eastern Europe, which the Soviets had held by force since World War II, Mikhail Gorbachev said that Moscow would no longer interfere, and the people felt free to act. Poland's solidarity was never dead, only in hibernation. Today, the independent union movement leads a government with a non-communist majority. Solidarity's time had come after all. In Hungary, where Soviet tanks had broken the last revolution in the 1950s, the revolution of the 80s was gradual. But the Communist Party was forced to apologize for the Soviet crackdown in the 50s, and the party was forced by the people to call free elections. And when Hungary began to roll up the Iron Curtain, tens of thousands of East Germans saw it on West German television. The word spread in no time.
Wunderbar, super, ganz super.
First, they headed for those openings in the fence between Hungary and Austria.
Let's go!
And given us more of the love triangle with Barkin and her old lover and maybe Rossellini, the film would have really worked. Now it's told in flashback with Barkin waking up in blood and bruises all over her body, wondering what happened to her. And that mystery is worth following, I'm afraid, only part of the way in Siesta.
I went through the
Big help update. There's no fertilizer like cow manure. Planting flowers. It's another way to be a big help. Now, check out what other kids are doing in our Big Help Mobile update.
We're in a casita refurbishing the whole garden that was run down. A casita is a small piece of island life that's brought to the city, and it's a place where people can get away, relax, and just escape the city for a minute.
We keep the casita beautiful so the city can look more beautiful.
The Big Help, sponsored in part by Burger King.
They stole Aikman's brain. It's in Troy Aikman NFL football from Trade West. So now you can play the way Troy plays with Troy's own favorite plays. Called Troy's two-point conversion. Use Troy's exclusive general manager screen to build a Super Bowl champion.
Gonna be a long season.
They stole Aikman's brain. It's in Troy Aikman NFL football at Kmart. Who would do such a thing? Beautiful.
In addition to the cash awards, our first team of challenges will receive for the lady in this life a sparkling rhinestone bracelet, earrings, and pin set designed by Sarah Coventry called Leading Lady. Evening Elegance by Sarah Coventry. Our second team will receive Holiday Magic High Tide toiletries for men. Includes cologne, aftershave, and soap, a special assortment for good grooming for men of every age. All by Holiday Magic.
home, the game was baseball. Here, it's coconuts.
You lose.
Again?
Island rules.
Back home, there were girls who acted like princesses. Here, there really is one.
I'm having a royal moment.
What a royal pain in the pajamas. And back home, the brainy kids always wore pocket protectors, not nose rings. So, yeah, it ain't Manhattan.
Mike Lewinog, weekdays at 4 in the home of the top 2 stars, Cartoon Network. And now it's back to Fat Dog Mendoza on Cartoon Network.
Mukhang masaya ang fiesta niyo, ah. Sari-saring mancha. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Malulutas yan.
Sandaang mancha, sanbabad lang challenge ng Ariel. May bisa ng bar at bleach, mas natatanggal ang sari-saring mancha.
Mas malinis. Sandaang mancha, sanbabad lang. Ang galing, ah. Anumang mancha ng buhay, kaya niyong harapin.
Sandaang mancha, sanbabad lang.
Some foods just don't taste buttery until you butter them. But one thing tastes buttery even before you butter it. It's Home Pride's enriched bread, Butter Top. Tastes buttery even before you butter it. We add butter and let it bake right in.
Let's have Home Pride every day.
Yeah, let's.
Home Pride enriched bread, Butter Top. And wheat butter top.
When someone has the time and the ingredients, it's no surprise they cook up a really delicious dinner. The surprise is, voila, so can you. With new chicken, voila. It's all there. Even the seasoned grilled chicken breast. One skillet, 10 minutes. Voila. You've never cooked a meal this good, this fast. It's new. It's chicken voila. In the bird's eye section.
My God, I didn't realize how badly I wanted to live. Oh, I wanted to live so bad. It's completely black in here again. I can't see.
Morning. How are you? Ow! What?
They smell blood. Yours. Drug evolution from Acclaim. The scent of blood. Pretty mature.
A timeless battle.
You haven't really experienced Orlando until you've experienced Universal Studios, where you're the star of all your favorite movies. Join the Men in Black and save the universe in Universal's all-new Men in Black Alien Attack Ride. Enter the spectacular 3D cyber adventure, Terminator 2 3D. You've just gotta experience Universal Studios. One of 2 awesome theme parks at Universal Orlando. 2 parks, 2 days, 1 great...
Agent located. Good morning, Mr. Hunt. This is not mission difficult, it's mission impossible.
This summer.
Oh, I'm mad now.
Anything.
Having fun?
Is
difficult to be a walk in the park for you.
Possible. Tom Cruise.
This message will destruct in 5 seconds.
Mission Impossible 2, rated PG-13. Starts Wednesday, May 24th.
It's Fever Man.
WrestleMania 19, the video game.
This is where superstars become legends.
Only gradually does it become clear that the soldier is, in fact, a thief who enlists the little boy to help him on a dangerous job.
They're not chasing a lot of bees around. Pick up some money this way, too. It's time for the bonus game. Let me, first of all, thank our 3 bartenders for being with us. They're back at the bar now, and they have taken the $1,000 of our money and our thanks with them. Congratulations to you guys, Tim and Tim Warren and Glenn. The subject of today's bonus, you fellas will be going for $5,000. Subject of today's bonus is heroes and villains. I'm going to name a villain, then I'm going to show you 2 heroes. Each time you'll have to match the villain to the hero he opposed. Each time you're right, you win $500. Answer 5 correctly, and you win the jackpot, which is starting at $5,000. Glenn, you're the captain. Okay. Your word will be final. Remember, you have a pass. You may use it once per bonus game. Good luck. Here comes your first problem. Match the villain to the hero he opposed. The villain is Lex Luthor. Did he oppose Superman, or Batman? Talk it over and decide whether you want to play or pass.
We're going to play, Bill.
You're going to play, and you say?
Superman.
Superman is the right answer, $500. That's what it is. I don't think I'd be too good at this. You want to go?
We'll go.
Okay. Had two choices. Go for the $1,000 or take the $500 and run. They're going. They listen to you. This is for $1,000 or nothing. Match the villain to the hero he opposed. The villain, Captain Hook. The hero is Pinocchio or Peter Pan. Talk it over.
Peter Pan. Peter.
I've never seen such confidence. You're not going to use your pass.
No.
You're going to answer me right off.
We're going to answer with Peter Pan.
You're right. You have $1,000. Choice, Dan.
We'll go.
They're going. They're going for it now. $1,500 or nothing. You have a pass. Match the villain to the hero. The villain is Odd Job. The hero is either the Green Hornet or James Bond. Talk it over.
What do you think?
You have a pass if you want to use it. One per game.
You want to pass on? You sure? No. We're going to pass on that one, Bill.
Okay. Someone asked him, Philip.
Every 5 minutes, a baby is born in the United States, exposed to crack. Do crack while you're pregnant, and your baby may be affected for life.
It's Christmas at Venture with our lowest price of the year on Ultra Wheel skates endorsed by Wayne Gretzky. Only $58.88. Just $34.88 for kids' Jetstreamer inline skates. And Venture has skate accessories, too.
It's pretty. Mean an end to scenes like this.
We'll show you the story of a killer who almost went free. A key witness could not recall the crime until police called in a hypnotist. All this and more tonight on...
That's incredible.
At a special time.
I love you, Kirsten, and I want you back.
Fox presents the 2-hour season finale.
You're too late. I'm getting married, Charlie.
Of the best drama on television.
I don't know how to be apart from you.
I don't know how...
From the people who brought you Halloween, more of the night he came home. Halloween 2.
There was nothing within him, not a conscience, no reason that wasn't even remotely human.
Don't miss the all-new Halloween 2. More of the night he came home. Halloween 2, rated R. The horror continues. Now playing at a theater near you.
Orange Clean. Unleash the power of pure orange oil. In the kitchen, it's the tough-acting degreaser that wipes away grease and grime. It's a multi-purpose cleaner that's tough enough to clean all around your home. Use it in the microwave. Orange Clean has no toxic fumes. It's great for countertops, for mica, laminate, even tile. It wipes out the fingerprints and markings on the fridge. It cleans and deodorizes without using harmful chemicals. Use it in the sink, the shower, the tub. It helps get rid of water spots and soap film. When you call, you'll receive not one, but 2 22-ounce bottles of Orange Clean. We'll also include our Orange Clean degreasing foam, perfect for vertical surfaces. You get all this, not for $20. We'll cut the price in half, only $9.99. Here's how to order.
Call to order the Orange Clean multi-purpose cleaner, and we'll include the degreasing foam with your paid order. Call 1-800-363-2882. Call now.
Bringing out the big guns. Steven Seagal, marked for death.
Are you some kind of cop?
Nah, I'm just a concerned citizen.
Dr. Mario. That's right, Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario. That's right, Dr. Mario.
You're on one game back. Tetris and Dr. Mario. It's twice as insane. Only for Super NES.
I'm gonna kick your tail. No, I'm gonna kick your tail. No, I'm gonna kick your tail.
Wrongfully injured through no fault of your own, life can be tough.
Oasis Legal Finance is the #1 choice to provide clients the money they need for bills and living expenses long before their case may settle. Oasis has prepaid millions of dollars over the last 12 months to people just like you, often in as little as 24 hours. There's no obligation to repay if you lose your case. Please make sure to have your attorney's information and call Oasis now.
Coming in through the day about what transpired at each location. You laugh every time.
It's
People
sad.
are getting hurt.
It's sad. We've got so much show today. There's so much going on. We, of course, needed to call in the clan to give us their hand and lend us some expertise.
Yes, and thankfully, none of them have 3 X's or 2 T's or a bunch of letters in front of their names to make themselves cool.
That would be leap.
That would be.
Okay, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb from X-Play are here. Guys, what do you have in store for us?
We've got a little history lesson. I mean, it seems like we've been hearing about this console for forever and a day now, and we will show you the road to the PS3.
And we'll also demo Resistance Fall of Man and show you how it looks getting into a 20-on-20 multiplayer match. We're going to tag out. Let's get Blair Butler and Will O'Neill into this ring.
Being the reigning comic guru, I'll of course have to tell you what I thought of Marvel Ultimate Alliance for the PS3.
And I'll pop the hood on the console and tell you what kind of firepower it has inside and if it delivers. And last but certainly not least, Cheats Kristen Holt is here.
Hey guys, I'll be dropping by later on to give you the tips and tricks on how to get around in Genji, the samurai hack and slash, where real battles are faithfully recreated with some giant crabs thrown into the mix. Let's go back to Kevin and Olivia.
Thanks, Kristen.
Thanks, Kristen.
All right, now we've got a sealed PlayStation 3 in the studio. Only the lucky ones manage to get their hands on one of these.
Guess who's lucky?
For once, we're getting lucky, but sadly, this is the closest thing that I'll have to sex on the show today.
Until
Bring out the PlayStation 3.
Oh, wait, careful, Carrera, careful.
Okay, good.
It is beautiful. You guys, we are going to pop this box's cherry, undress it, show you what is inside. God, Kevin, should we be doing this on TV in front of everyone?
Oh,
I mean,
tastes
it feels,
so good.
feels kind of dirty.
You're just nervous. Don't worry, we're going to take it slow, baby.
Right.
We're going to ease into this sucker.
Wait. Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
let me just get that himsy.
I can't believe
himsy
we're
little
both
flap
doing this
out
at
of the
one
way.
time.
Oh, I knew it was going to happen eventually. Oof. Now let's get into it.
Okay,
Come
yeah,
on, let's
right,
go.
okay.
What do we got?
Okay, we've got cardboard.
You taking it out? Cardboard!
Woo!
There's a system in here somewhere. Hold on.
Can we do it together? Some teamwork?
Oh, I got it. Got a controller. Huh? Look at that.
You've conquered red. You've mastered blue. You've triumphed over yellow. You've caught them all. And now you're ready for the next step. Welcome to the world of Pokemon Gold and Silver. Tons of new Pokemon, new adventures, and worlds to explore. New badges to collect.
It's still seeing this picture out here of the world kind of spinning on its side, and it's an amazing feeling to be able to do that.
And everyone has their special theories on why standing up is the only way to fly.
The center line of your heart is elevated, so the blood flowing around your heart flows in a different way. The neat part is that you get a rush from it. You have a platform to stand on, but as you go around the curves, if you relax, your legs sort of swing and you really feel like you're suspended. It's incredibly cool.
You get to stand up the whole time and you get all lightheaded afterwards.
Riddler's exacts a fiendish kind of revenge on its victims, rocketing them through 6 hair-raising inversions, a 360-degree vertical loop, a 360-degree oblique loop, 2 over-the-top diving loops, and 2 150-foot-long barrel rolls. No wonder people get off the ride feeling just a little different.
You literally feel like you're not going to come down. I mean, you're in the middle of this loop, and it's like, where's this thing going to end?
You kind of forget where you are. You look into the next loop, and they keep coming.
I think I might have had an out-of-body experience. Yeah.
Does Riddler's revenge really propel you into new dimensions of stand-up terror? You can be the judge, because it's your turn to ride the Riddler through the eyes of Jody Malone. standing and screaming on river.
T's hitting you off with black college football. We've got the action from kickoff to the halftime show. Join us in the end zone for live action from your favorite black colleges. Only on BET.
On The Price is Right. And now, here's the star of The Price is Right, Bob Barker. Oh, thank you very much, and welcome to The Price is Right. Now, this sounds like...
Oh, how much Grandma wanted to be here for your first Christmas. She came a long way. You see, Grandma lives way down here, and you live way up there. Brian, your cousin, he's a little bit older than you. He lives here in Chicago. And your Aunt Lisa, whom you haven't met yet, lives here in Baltimore. Well, that would be your Uncle Ernie. Sells swimming pools or something. Oklahoma, I think. New York City. Way out in Hawaii. Oh, but no matter where Grandma lives, we'll always be together for Christmas.
We know how much being together means at the holidays, and Cheerios is happy to be part of the family.
I think you just ate Dallas.
Happy holidays from Cheerios.
That would be Uncle George. He lives in the desert.
The United States Department of Justice estimates to organized crime, the syndicate, grosses over $40 billion a year. It's the biggest business in the United States, and it pays no taxes.
I'll give you another 5 if you hit them tonight.
This week, Siskel and Ebert review John Travolta as a second-class citizen carrying the white man's burden. Crime boss Christopher Walken hires Andy Garcia for one last caper in Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. And Jeff Bridges stars as a Western legend nicknamed Wild Bill.
This dog has been trained to attack and destroy the bath mat. Clean your bowl with Tidy Dog. Birds of America, listen to me now. Aren't you tired of being pushed around by the neighborhood cats? Doesn't it just ruffle your feathers, tweak your beak, curl your claws? Well, isn't it about time you did something about it? Well, one bird did, and we're going to show you how he did it. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a cat, it's Super Cat Bird, set for ramming speed. We've had a request from the birds of the nation to see that again. Well, there's a lot more where that came from, so I'm going to go back there and get some more. We and more. We'll be right back.
Just a couple of the mores that Bob's going to get more of are the Phantom of the Audience and target practice you can try at home. When more of America's Funniest Home Videos continues some more.
Do you think a grape could take down an adult? In the commissary, could a drip drop a shopper? Could coffee grounds cause a fall? You better believe it. Because even though your commissary is a safe place to shop, it's a good idea to be especially careful. And please report any spills to the commissary staff. Because the last thing we'd want to do is bring you down.
Unless you change the outcome.
We are not equipped for what's out there.
How many times have we been here? What are you not telling me?
It's gonna be dark in a few hours.
And curl up by the fire and open a bottle of wine. We should just reset.
Whoa!
We ate the perfect pepperoni pizza. It's hard to say goodbye. Let it go. From
Little Caesars, 3 kinds of pepperoni and 300% as much of it. $8.99 carried out. Pizza. Or have it delivered.
Let's talk about high-fat and Mexican foods have you thinking twice. Hi, I'm Sally Fox with Phil Amato and Mr. Natural.
Most Mexican foods are not healthy, but there is hope if you like the taste of Tex-Mex.
And I'll show you how to prepare dishes low in fat and low in calories.
Wake up with us bright and early, Wednesday.
For the first word on the news of the day, wake up with the First Coast Morning News Team.
Good morning, Jacksonville, and today on TLV 12.
Your 24-hour news source.
Hill's Halloween headquarters has more for Halloween than just about any other store. Party decorations, fun wear, fun things. In fact, Hill's Halloween headquarters has everything. One of the biggest Halloween selections around. We also sell candy, so you won't be caught empty-handed.
Coming up next, it's Waynehead, followed by Freakazoid on Cartoon Network.
24 hours a day across Europe, Asia, and America. 70,000 of the best people on the ground are working to bring you the best service in the sky.
Delta, we love to fly and it shows.
Hospital is blamed for a young boy's death.
Your son didn't have to die.
Simon McKeith thinks he has an open and shut case.
I'm going to take care of this for you.
Until he uncovers the shocking truth.
I'm asking you to drop the suit, Mr. McKeith.
Against the law.
May God forgive me.
Friday on Fox.
Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice, are the most powerful forces of good ever assembled.
It won't open. Let's get out of here.
You try the actual doorknob?
Oh, you're killing me. It's locked.
Regular show. Premiering Monday at 8:15, right after Adventure Time.
Coming over the boat over here to Treasure Isle. I'm on Treasure Isle now. Scotty was asking me what the total value was of all those prizes I gave out. And I don't know. I think it's over $20,000. I know it's over 20, but I'll find out the exact figure and let you know tomorrow. And a reminder again that this Thursday, May 23rd, we'll be announcing the winner of our good old Draw the Sage contest. So you want to be sure to watch, I'm sure. Well, back to this game now. Our teams look a little more even, although red is still ahead. Yellow has 1 minute and 15 seconds of treasure hunting time. Red team has 2 full minutes as we stand right now. And teams, if you turn your heads just around there, I'll read the riddle for you one more time here. Strip of power, that tuneful was, his gal of flower, no fool scap does. That's the riddle. Now for you folks at home, here's what we call our super clue. It's the initials of that famous person. And the kids down here on the lagoon can't see it. They have that disadvantage. It's something just for you folks at home. Okay, girls, you know that you're the only ones who can ring the bell. You have 5 seconds after that to shout the answer, right? So, ready, get set, go! And they're off. Both teams ready for the first clue. Here's clue number 1, and you folks at home will like to see the riddle board from time to time. Both heading for the second flag. Here's clue number 2. Okay, you've seen clue number 3. And our yellow team is going out to the 4th flag. That has the answer in it. Clue number 3 for the red team. They're behind now. They have the answer, but I've already shot the wrong one even after this. Okay, you gotta ring the bell still. You gotta shout the answer.
Lavender.
She got it. Lavender. Okay, a nice couple from King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. We'll be digging for buried treasure. And don't ring his head with a bell. We'll be back to do that in exactly 60 seconds.
for a new way to spice up your boneless, skinless chicken? Now there's an exciting new shake and bake made specifically for boneless, skinless chicken. Its specially seasoned coating seals in the juices for mouth-watering flavor like you've never tasted before. New shake and bake for boneless, skinless chicken. It really shakes up chicken.
We love these songs! Songs are $1 off when you bring in a coupon. All things to eat, oil changes. Home only runs on 4 blocks. Any coupon box. Beware of favorite cuts. Take Quiznos songs.
Quiznos. Toasty.
Proclaim Fox 8 News in the morning is their #1 choice. All local, all morning, all the people you trust. Bill Martin, Macy McGinnis, Andre Bernier. Watch Fox 8 News in the morning. Mornings just don't get better than this.
They're young.
Yeah!
They're cool.
Excellent!
They're amphibians.
I never asked to look for a can opener.
America's most radical superheroes are now a real live movie.
A fellow checker, eh?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Rated PG. Lean, green, and on the screen March 30th at theaters everywhere.
I first became fascinated with discovering life in space when I was very young, perhaps 8 years old, when my parents told me that there were other planets, which was, to me, a bombshell. And it excited me to think that there might be other worlds like the Earth. And I wondered if there were there creatures living on them like us? What were their histories? Surely it would be a great adventure to discover those creatures.
In 1960, with a PhD from Harvard, Drake accepts a staff position at the National Radio Astronomy Observatory in Green Bank, West Virginia.
I am sure we're not alone. Of course, that's a very daring statement. People will say, wow, how can you say that? Well, I can say it because first, there are 400 billion stars in our galaxy. A substantial fraction are like our sun. The circumstances that brought all that about were very normal circumstances. So what happened here must have happened other places. And if even then you're dubious, well, there are another 100 billion galaxies. So there is no doubt there is life elsewhere in the universe, including intelligent life.
Drake sets out to test that theory during his work at Green Bank. He and others begin using the 85-foot radio telescope to listen for signals at 1420 megahertz, what's called a marker frequency or a meeting place of the hydrogen atom. Drake gives his project an unusual name.
It occurred to me that Ozma was a good name because the place we were trying to find was a land far away, very difficult to reach, and populated by strange and exotic beings.
In the spring of 1960, the Ozma receivers are switched on. Amazingly, Drake's team gets immediate results.
It was the first day of Ozma, when we, in fact, having observed for many hours our first target star, Tau Ceti, turned the telescope to Epsilon Eridani, the second target star. Almost immediately we heard something we'd never heard before in years and years of radio astronomy, which was a signal which sounded like choo, 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 choo. And it was the type of signal that some people predicted we'd get from another world. My first thought was, is it this easy? All you do is go to the first star and turn it on. There it is. It was really amazing. We didn't quite know what to do.
The telescope is moved
fast as the buses, but they are safer and well worth the extra time on the journey north to Chiang Mai. You can also count on a comfortable bunk and a good night's sleep. About 6:30 in the morning, had a bit of a lay-in because it was so comfortable. Nice view, but got to look for some breakfast. I just haven't got the nerve early in the sheep's eyes and scorpions frying in soya. But I just ain't got the guts to eat that, I'll tell you.
You giving Old Spice to Grandpa, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know he's gonna like it?
Because of how fresh it smells. He says it reminds him of the sea, but it reminds me of him. We were out fishing once. I got cold and he gave me a sweater. I'll always remember that nice smell of Old Spice it had.
So you like the smell, Dad?
Mm-hmm. I like the whole feeling of Old Spice.
So it's probably the kind of gift that Dad would really like to get.
Mm-hmm.
Calling this special show You Blew It, and it involves recent movies where Gene thinks my opinion was seriously mistaken or I think he missed the boat. And my next example of a movie where Gene totally blew it is Scrooged, the Bill Murray 1988 Christmas comedy which was about as desperate as labored and as unfunny as a comedy could be. Audiences all over America felt disappointed if not actually assaulted by this film, but Gene somehow found a way to like it. The scene I liked the least was this one, the final scene, with Murray chewing up the scenery, the camera, and the character itself in a self-indulgent display of what is supposed to be improvisational genius becomes closer to ranting and raving.
It's not just the poor and the hungry, it's everybody who's got to have this miracle, and it can happen tonight for all of you. If you believe in this spirit thing, the miracle will happen, and then you'll want it to happen again tomorrow. You won't be one of these bastards that says Christmas is once a year and it's a fraud. It's not. It can happen every day. You just got to want that feeling.
That scene is supposed to make me feel good, but it only made me feel uneasy. Scrooged failed on several levels. It was, first of all, not a movie that had much understanding of the human message of Dickens's A Christmas Carol. Secondly, as a satire of modern merchandising and advertising, it was obvious, unoriginal, and labored. And third, it was a movie where the star was allowed to dominate every scene when, in fact, all of the best versions of A Christmas Carol have depended on the richness of supporting performances by great character actors. I am still trying to figure out why the holiday spirit convinced Gene to give this movie the undeserved gift of a thumbs up review.
Well, I laughed at what Bill Murray did. I mean, for example, you can look at a scene where, and when have you seen this before? You don't think this is funny? Where a TV executive staples antlers on a little mouse to make it look like a reindeer?
Staples?
Don't you dare. If you staple that little mouse, I'll call the Humane Society. I'm not kidding.
I wouldn't do anything in the world to hurt this little fella.
Hey, Marley, Perkins, The Road.
I have 3 dogs and a cat at home.
Beautiful story. Tell Reader's Digest, will you?
He has a turnaround, but he doesn't know how.
Stay tuned. Filter next.
Do you remember where you were on 99.99? Did you ever think a fighting game could be so addictive, or that a polygonal blue hedgehog could look so good? Dust off that old white console, because it's time to count down your favorite Dreamcast games right now on Filter.
You can water your garden and watch it really grow in just a few days. A magical flower blossoms to reveal a dollhouse full of friends, including jasmine fern and lily bloom. Take a magical trip down the garden gondola. It's a world full of friendship built upon the real garden you nurture and grow. Garden Girl's Meadow Mansion from Summit, toys with a twist. Other sets and dolls sold separately.
You wish from Tappan Appliances, they could all be yours. Let's go back to Bobby.
Okay, Rob. Doing some great riding. Anthony, you all set? All right. Get it out of your system, Davis. All right? Turn you around. I'm going to say, Biff fainted. Anthony Davis says, make me laugh. Go get him.
Hi, Anthony. All right, man. I look pretty clean cut, but I got to admit, I'm a member of a motorcycle gang. Kind of a charity motorcycle gang. Hell's Shriners. We ride Harvey Davidsons. You know what bothers me, Anthony, is that a lot of great sports that I really like got discontinued because they never really took off, you know? Like, like to see some of the Olympic events come back, like sand skating, the garbage toss, oil diving. How about the belly and face drag? You're dragged by a 747, you know? Lead frisbee was a good one. I like that. How about good mitten? You ever play that? No? You ever done the smoke and sprint? Those are good as that. I kind of like the 20-meter freestyle dog kick, though. I think that. I like that.
Here comes the unknown caller. Hello, comic. Hello, Anthony.
Oh, macho. Hey, you know you call a dancer in Czechoslovakia? A bouncing Czech. You think I'm immature, don't you? Well, I'm not. I got great news for you. My grandfather's in town. He wants to meet you. Be done with Grandpa. Come on out here, say hello to the sucker. Grandpa, here's my grandfather.
Kmart's the first place to come to for last-minute holiday gifts. For the last touches on your home decorations, the last toys to make everything perfect, the final touch on your holiday outfit, even the luggage to pack it in. Get it all at Kmart now.
Downtown Carmel. As a registered pharmacist, people often ask me to recommend a safe, inexpensive product to help them stop smoking. And the one I always tell them about is Cigarest, because it's the one plan I know that works. It worked for just about everybody I've recommended it to.
Yes, Cigarest, the #1 non-prescription smoking deterrent program available today, does work. It's non-addictive, safe, and proven by thousands of folks all over the country who have quit smoking. Listen.
It seemed to work really easy for me.
I expected to see more withdrawal, and there wasn't.
I didn't gain weight.
I have no desire to smoke now. That's the big difference.
It was affordable, and it was worth a try. Money back guaranteed.
Well, you heard it. The Cigarest plan worked for them, and it'll work for you, too.
It worked.
It was very easy.
And you don't need a prescription to try this common-sense self-help approach to break the smoking habit.
So call our toll-free number and order the Cigarest plan now. Kick the habit once and for all and start enjoying a healthier, smoke-free, tobacco-free life.
Feels good.
You got to quit sometime along the line.
It's been no problem to quit.
I actually did it because of the cost involved. Spending a great deal of money each week on cigarettes.
I feel a lot better now because I know he'll be around to watch my little boy grow up.
Cigarest is guaranteed to work for you, or the company will refund your purchase price. You've nothing to lose. If you want to stop smoking, I strongly recommend you give the Cigarest plan a try.
Yes, Cigarest is guaranteed to work for you or your money back. To order yours, call toll-free 1-800-441-2929 or send $19.95 plus $4 postage and handling to Cigarest, Box 4444, Carlsbad, California, 92008. Or call our toll-free number and order the Cigarest plan now. That's 1-800-441-2929. It's the #1 non-prescription smoking deterrent program available today. Call 1-800-441-2929 now.
Well, here we are in another losing Seahawks locker room, and it has been a long season. Season record now 4-8. Let's try and get some answers and some impressions. Coach Chuck Knox. Hey, Chuckles! Think you guys can win another game? Probably not, huh? Oh! Guess the coach isn't in a talking mood right now. Let's talk to somebody else. Hey, there's quarterback Dave Craig. Hey, Dave, think you could maybe fumble the ball another time or two? Dave's in kind of a crabby mood right now. Who else could we talk? Here's a guy we couldn't blame for what's been going on because he hadn't even been playing. Brian Bosworth. Uh-oh, I bet he's going to hit me right there. Oh, please. Oh, don't hurt me so. Oh, Brian, you're killing me, baby. Oh, he put his hand down.
Hi, Dad.
Where you been?
Jeff's house. New Genesis game. Kid Chameleon. 100 levels. 1,800 screens. Longest I've ever played.
That's good, son.
Every time I changed helmets, I was someone else.
That's nice, dear.
Skycutter, Cyclops, Juggernaut. I kept transforming.
Everybody's saying.
Can't. Later, Mom.
What's with him?
Collision. Dylan, 2 Danimals flavors at once. Yeah, you could do that. Or try new Danimals Collision tubes. Collision tubes? Yep. 1 flavor on the left, 1 flavor on the right. Make both flavors collide for an awesome new taste. Genius! New Danimals Collision. 2 flavors colliding for a taste that's Danimalicious. Now that's a blast of fruity flavor. Collision. Get your blast on.
The Flip has easily withstood waves of up to 80 feet during its more than 300 missions. Super ships will return on Modern Marvels.
Old Navy t-shirts. Wow! T-shirts, $6.50 to $16.50.
Nearest to the retail price of that prize without going over wins it, comes up on stage and tries for more prizes. And Max, let's start with you.
$310.
How much? $310. Mary?
$350.
$350. Janet?
$300.
$300 even. Patricia, what's your bid?
$225.
$225. The actual retail price is $420, and Mary is our winner. Come on up here, Mary. Let's go all the way back here now, because back here I'm going to give you a chance to win a fabulous prize. Here we are, Mary. That's a girl. Yes, you really have something to woo about now, because you have a chance to win this.
A new car! It's a Comet, Mercury's better small car, firmly welded with rugged unibody construction, equipped with white striped tires, appearance protection group, bumper guards, and tinted glass. It's the new Comet.
Now, Mary, we have 5 price tags here, and one of these price tags is the right price tag for that car. You pick it out, and that car is yours. Now, I hope that you will have more than one choice, because we're going to play a game of true or false, and in this game you can win 4 nice prizes and as many as 4 choices. And if you have 4 choices with only 5 price tags, you should drive that car home. Now, let's step out here where we're going to play this game of true or false, and this is the first prize involved. Now, you take a good look at that as Johnny Olson describes it for you.
Exciting Sarah Coventry jewelry, a Madame Butterfly pin, a golden petals necklace, and other lovely pieces to highlight your every costume from Sarah Coventry.
Now, as I said, this is a game of true or false. You see, we have a price of $32 here. Now, you must tell me, is that price true or false?
False.
False, she says, and she is right. It's false.
Color Time destroys the competition. Check them out if you want, but don't sign until you've talked to Color Time. Notebook computers starting at $19.99 a week. LCD flat panel big screen TVs from $24.99. Washer and dryers from $12.99. Desktop computers from $12.99. Don't be fooled. Color Time is the best. In Las Vegas, call 388-RENT. Call right now. 388-RENT.
Color Time. Oh, yeah.
New energy source, and it's just been stolen.
Can you imagine an ordinary machine gun with the destructive force of a ballistic missile?
We've got only one chance to get it back.
スーパーモナコ GP2 メガドライブからレーシングゲームのナンバー1グリップへ。
人間を操る史上最強の忍者剣山。
シャドウダンサー。
ザ・シークレット・オブ・シノビ。
悪の組織、愛を追い詰めろ。
Tonight, these 4 people need to compete for the prizes of a lifetime on The Price is Right, presented by Pure certified Dove, the new bath and beauty bar that's better for your skin than the most expensive soap you can buy. And now your host on The Price is Right, and here he is, Bill Cullen.
Thank you all. Welcome to The Price is Right. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. And welcome to another Price is Right program. Thank you. Tonight, you folks at home are going to have your last look at the current Price is Right sweepstakes. That's a chance for you to come to New York and become a contestant on the program by the simple expedient of sending in a postcard. More about the sweepstakes later on. Right now, let's go over here and say hello to, as we usually do, our bargain hunter. Here's our champ, Mr. Alex Fucher, a milkman from Alexandria, Kentucky. This is his second week. Thus far, he's won a total of $12,125 worth of merchandise. Butcher, is that right?
That's
Butcher.
right,
That's
Bill.
a tough name. How long you been a milkman, Alex?
10 years, Bill, except for breaking service. You know, you never get tired of those women, though.
No, I guess not. After service, anything looks good, I suppose.
Oh,
Here's Mrs. Mary Mulholland, a housewife from Brooklyn. Have you always lived here in New York, Mary?
That's right, Bill. Oh, 6 months in the Bronx, the rest in Brooklyn, and I'm a native.
Well, good. I'm glad to have a native here. Here's Mr. Bobby Strait. He's an engineer from Los Alamos, New Mexico. Work for the government, do you, Bobby?
Yeah, I'm in the nuclear business, Bill, at Los Alamos, New Mexico.
Uh-huh.
Most of the work's classified, so I can't discuss it too much here, but, you know.
No, well, that's all right. I'm not going to ask you anything anyway.
You don't want to know any secrets?
No, except how much the items cost.
The FBI might be watching, Bill.
Los Alamos, that's White Sands, really, isn't it? Right there,
No,
White
it's
Sands.
up in the mountains, up in northern New Mexico.
Oh,
7,000 feet.
Alamogordo is White Sands. That's what I was thinking. Now, bye, George. Here's Mrs. Lorraine McDevitt, a housewife from Stamford, Connecticut. What does your husband do, Lorraine?
Well, he's a teacher, Bill, at Greenwich High School, and he teaches...
The most urgent meeting in Kennedy's first year takes place in Vienna. He is there to meet Nikita Khrushchev, his most dangerous adversary. In a Baroque palace in the Austrian buffer state, the young patrician and the wily Russian peasant sit down for a game of international poker. Khrushchev holds by far the strongest hand. He's elated with the success of Yuri Gagarin's spaceflight. After the meeting, Kennedy does not conceal his concern.
Choice of new apartments and schools for her children. She eats and dresses well and travels widely. Even the hairdresser's salon can be made available to her at a moment's notice.
I'm getting older. It's time to slow down.
I'm older than you.
You think so?
Tatiana is always invited to and expected to turn up at official parties like this one, to see off a Japanese delegation. The Soviets here are all party and government workers, or Young Communist League activists, the only people officially trusted enough to mix with foreigners. Thanks to the anti-alcohol campaign and to universal dismay, wine has replaced vodka for the official toast.
Если она может в каких-то вопросах
If a woman can replace a man in some areas,
лучше, чем мужчина,
if she can do better than a man,
пусть это будет женщина.
that's fine. Let her do it.
Будет руководителем, пусть она
Let her be the leader, so long as society doesn't suffer as a result.
не страдала. Вот. Если это на пользу, то
If it benefits society, I'm all for it.
возражений нет. Я, например, не вижу в этом.
I don't see any loss of male dignity.
He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. Our friends, the Sorceress, and our
City's ABC and Vin DeBono Productions are not eligible. For full contest rules, write this address. Not responsible for misdirected tapes. And this season, we'll send an America's Funniest T-shirt to every person who submits a tape, which makes it on our show. One size fits all.
Piggy went to market.
These piggies have power with the Kickstart Gym from Play School. One kick starts music and silly fun, and that's a pretty big step for little piggies. The Kickstart Gym from Play School.
I was sort of surprised how much I liked this movie.
I was surprised, too, because I haven't liked a Disney animated feature in more than a decade. I know you liked The Rescuers back in the 70s. I didn't care for that, or The Black Cauldron. I thought a lot of their pictures have lately been dark and dreary, and this was upbeat and bright and intelligent and didn't talk down to kids. I mean, this Ratigan is evil and really evil and scary, and when the camera goes in on him and you see his teeth, he scares you like the classic scared you.
That's right.
And Basil is smart. He's not cute hero. He's smart hero. And so there's someone you can prize for their intelligence.
You know, I hate to cite one of your own truisms right back to you, but in this case, how often you've said about all the series movies, like the Superman movies, the Bond movies, and it would be true of the Sherlock Holmes movies, too, and even the cartoons, the villain. The better the villain, the better the movie. And in this case, because Ratigan is a memorable villain, right in the tradition of the great Disney animated villains, it makes the movie just that much better.
There's one more important point. There are no films this summer for little kids. None, except this one. So if you have a little kid, take him to it. Now to review the movies on this show. Both Roger and I couldn't stomach Club Paradise, a too-crowded script and another bad performance by Robin Williams. We split wildly on Desert Bloom. Roger liked it, but he thought it went in too many directions at once. I love the picture. I think the girl story is terrific. It's a great movie. Oscar voters, please remember the name Annabeth Gish. We were back in agreement, though, by being disappointed with Prince's latest film, The Flimsy Love Story Under the Cherry Moon. And as we said, we're both surprised that The Great Mouse Detective actually is such an entertaining film for kids, and I guess a couple of 40-year-olds, too. So 2 thumbs up.
And as you said, that's one of the few movies for kids. In fact, kids seem to be
the forgotten people.
Forgotten even in the summertime, which used to be the season for kids' movies. That's it for this week. Next week at the movies, Sigourney Weaver stars in Aliens, which continues the story of a very unpleasant close encounter of the third kind. And Grace Jones is a campy modern-day vampire in a movie called Vamp. So that's next week. Until then, we'll see you at the movies.
Watch out, more.
It got to the point where I was eating 5 or 6 bags an hour. I realized I was addicted to Cheetos. Cheetos controlled my life. I tried to talk to my husband, but he was abusive. So I ran out of the house, the woods behind our house, and that's where I saw Bigfoot. Okay, back in a moment.
That was Mrs. Elvira Daly, who's been on Oprah, Donahue, Geraldo, and local talk shows in 32 states. You can, too, if you call the Institute of Talk Show Guests. Did you know that talk show guests get free plane tickets and luxury accommodations all over the country if they have what it takes? But how do you know? Come talk to one of our trained counselors. They can help you turn ordinary habits and events into valuable disorders that you can talk to the whole country about.
Do you do anything unusual?
Well, no, not. Well,
that's great. Let me show you.
Women who marry self-mutilators on the next Oprah Winfrey Show.
You see, anyone can have a successful career as a talk show guest if they've got the proper training. But don't take my word for it. Listen to Mrs. Lisa Pattison.
I used to do crossword puzzles. You know, those little ones in the back of the TV guide. You know, just like a hobby like. But then the man at the Institute of Talk Show Guests told me I was addicted to senseless word arrangements. And since then, I've been on Good Morning Buffalo, Good Morning Cincinnati, Good Morning Tampa, and Hello Waukegan. I just signed a book deal with Random House, and I'm flying on cloud 9. Thanks, Institute of Talk Show Guests.
Yes, anybody can be a talk show guest. Even if you yourself don't have any marketable disorders, you're probably an adult child of a dysfunctional parent. Our successful graduates include adult children of the Seattle Mariners, adult children of dads who walked around the yard and...
Babies here.
Are we having fun yet?
Yes, we're having fun.
Don't you want to hold the ducky? Take the duck.
Splash just a little. There
One
you
more,
go.
come on.
Honey, you used to love this.
That was 20 years ago, Mom.
Sony Handycam camcorders, now in HD. For reliving your favorite moments in high definition, Sony camcorders capture life like no other.
Feeling good from my head to my toes.
Introducing Dr. Scholl's for her insoles with massaging gel. Finally, your heels will feel so good, you won't want to take them off. Dr. Scholl's for her. Go crazy.
Tell us correctly, you get them both.
They're saying sofa, but I'm going to say freezer.
She says freezer. She says refrigerator freezer. Is she right? No, they were right, you were wrong. This, yep, you should have in this case. Thank you, Janice. Bye-bye. Hey, there's more Price is Right coming up.
Stay tuned for more pricing games and the fabulous showcases, which are coming up on the second half of The Price is Right.
Tonight, America's homecoming week continues. Thanksgiving Day is here, and for Charlie Brown, that can only mean... It's a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Has Snoopy left Charlie Brown?
Are you going someplace?
And for someone else?
I found a stray dog.
Find out this Friday on the CBS holiday movie, Snoopy Come Home.
Competition. Bobsledding competition. Now, you may have ridden a roller coaster, but this is something else, the ultimate bump and grind. And listen to the crescendo of vibrating sound. Reaching speeds almost 70 miles per hour. Now, don't adjust your set. This is the best video possible on this vibrating sled. In fact, at the halfway mark on the track, our camera momentarily conks out.
Damn shame that I can't stay in my damn trailer because he's got to stay drunk and raise hell all the time.
I understand that you're upset. I can see that. Are there any relatives that he might be able to go to?
No, he don't have any relatives. They wouldn't even allow him in the house if he had.
And from the heavy sniper and mortar attacks being leveled at them by Muslim forces. But as America becomes stalled in the quagmire of the Lebanon conflict, in Washington, a congressional investigation of the Barracks massacre is strongly critical of both military and civilian leadership. Congress finds fault with security measures, intelligence gathering procedures, and with the chain of command from the colonel in Beirut up through the Marine Corps ranks to the White House and the president. Just after Christmas, Reagan attempts to put the tragedy to rest.
We have to come to grips with the fact that today's terrorists are better armed and financed. They are more sophisticated. They are possessed by a fanatical intensity that individuals of a democratic society can only barely comprehend. I do not believe, therefore, that the local commanders on the ground, men who have already suffered quite enough, should be punished for not fully comprehending the nature of today's terrorist threat. If there is to be blame, it properly rests here in this office and with this president.
And just 2 months later, despite repeated proclamations that terrorists won't affect U.S. foreign policy, Muslim forces in Lebanon achieve their goal when Reagan withdraws all 1,400 Marines to the safety of offshore ships. Another sad chapter in America's involvement in the Mideast comes to an end. In November, when the U.S. begins the actual deployment of cruise and Pershing missiles in Europe, anti-nuclear demonstrators hit the streets again, but to no avail. Soviet leader Yuri Andropov, critically ill with kidney disease, retaliates with threats of basing even more missiles in communist-dominated Eastern Europe. As a nervous world looks on with dismay, the arms limitation talks in Geneva come to an abrupt end.
that the present round of the negotiations is discontinued
Без установления какого-либо срока их возобновления.
without any date set for their resumption.
Roger, copy. This is not an exercise. Stand by to copy the message. Standing by.
Adding to global concern about
shoppers to compare their Tilex to X14 mildew stain remover.
The X14 is working a lot faster than the Tilex. It's turning white. Ooh, it's really clean.
X14 mildew stain remover.
I didn't do anything. It's perfect.
Introducing the Rack Roll Down, the lowest prices ever at Rent-A-Center. We've rolled down prices on your favorite brands throughout the store. Everyone's pre-approved for our new lower prices, so hurry in and save like never before at Rent-A-Center.
Bravo, like you've never seen him before. He's in love with himself and out of luck with the ladies.
Hey there, foxy lady.
All this and more women. All this and more swinging. All this and a bag of chips. Johnny Bravo. Tonight at 11 on Cartoon.
Smith's often improvised lyrics drew on the increasing toughness of New York City life. Other groups would soon do the same.
I was saying, let me out of here before I was even born.
I was saying, let me out of here before I was even born. It's such a gamble when you get a face.
I belong to the blank generation. And I can take it or leave it each time.
I belong to the blank generation, and I can take it or leave it each time. Well,
The hippie culture is what we wanted to replace. It failed, and it was pathetic. All these leftover people trying to pretend that, you know, handing out flowers was going to beat Nixon, you know.
The New York Dolls and the sort of glamour groups had long hair. We decided to forget that, you know, and the costumes and all that. We hated all this stuff. It seemed like not even funny pretense to us. And so we just sort of wore street clothes, which also happened to have, in some cases, safety pins.
We sure didn't look like any band in the world. I mean, we're the only band that had short hair, probably, in the world. And everybody worshipped us for it. They'd crawl into CBGBs. They were stacked up like these tires. So thirsty were they for reality.
F501 バンニーラジアル、走りと経済性がアップする。仕事の新しいフットワークだ。働くラジアル、インターシティ。
ブリッジストーン。
とびっきりの元気です。
And invented in collaboration with Donné. She died in 2007.
She taught me a whole lot. I used to fight with her on the floor, and they came out to be steps. I tripped once and fell. You know what Millie said to me? Do it again. That was great. Do it again. I said, I'll kill you. She was the best. Really. She was the best.
Like pH can fall to levels where acid starts attacking teeth. These attacks can last up to 2 hours, increasing the risk of damage to your tooth enamel. That's when chewing can help. When you chew for 20 minutes, the chewing action produces and distributes more of your mouth's natural lipids, saliva, which helps neutralize acid within minutes. So in addition to regular dental care, after eating, chew Whitley's extra sugar-free gum, because chewing helps nature fight the acid attack.
God, don't look.
Well, you're wearing a towel.
No, don't look at the scale.
Maybe you should be eating Total cereal.
I eat Special K, thank you.
You know, a study of calcium supplements and reduced calorie diets suggests you could lose more weight and burn more fat by adding more calcium to your diet plan.
So?
Only Total has 100% daily value of calcium. Special K is hardly any.
Say no more. I'll take the Total. You're still here, aren't you?
Yeah, just leaving. Total. A smart...
The 21st Annual Daytime Emmy Awards. It's a night to remember when the brightest stars bring daytime's biggest event to prime time. Susan Lucci hosts the 21st Annual Daytime Emmy Awards Wednesday night here on ABC.
Things at once? Then you're ready for the You Pick Live Challenge game.
Hop on one leg! A barky faster!
One free game in each marked box of Oreo O's, Alphabets, and Waffle Crisp.
Plus, you can call in and vote for your favorite You Pick Challenge. Then watch Nickelodeon's host do it live.
Everybody's talking about it. That's because it gives a lift. Everybody's talking about it. Talking about the talking gift. Long distance gift certificates. Talking about the talking gift. It's a Christmas gift with a merry twist. With the talking gift on your list.
Give long-distance gift certificates this Christmas. Just $20 at your BC Telephone Mart or call your customer service office.
Long-distance gift certificates. The talking gift that says it all.
Netflix, movies just for you. This week,
when a pooch gets lost in a strange and scary city, he finds he's the most wanted dog in town.
Benji's the key to a very important situation.
But all he really wants to find is his family.
Benji! Look, Mary, it's Benji!
It's all for the love of Benji.
The one to make my day, and that debate was truly great to come my way. I remember the vibe telling me to let it begin, and from that moment on, I knew I'd see you again. Ooh, don't you know? Ooh, don't you know?
Are you happy?
I'm so happy.
We're glad you're happy. That's what makes our job worthwhile. I'm very happy you won that car. And we're going to meet a new challenger when next we meet. We have to go, though, for today. What a nice way to leave, though, with this nice lady winning a car. For Lacey, Susanna, Gina, and the gang, I'm Bob Eubanks. So we'll see you next time on Card Sharks. Bye-bye, everybody.
Some of our department contestants will receive a gift certificate for Kentucky Fried Chicken. Feel the warmth and taste the goodness of home. Kentucky Fried Chicken is home. Genuine Vaseline Petroleum Jelly heals, soothes, and protects rough, dry skin. Why trust your skin to anything less? True Value's own Master Mechanic 70-piece socket wrench set for the do-it-yourself mechanic from True Value Hardware Stores. Country Time Lemonade Flavored Drink Mix. Old-fashioned taste is new again. Sugar-sweetened or sugar-free with NutraSweet. Merck's all-natural cheese spread from Wisconsin. All your celebrations become special with the natural entertainer from Merck's. Well, it's finally soaked in. Palm olive liquid, original lemon lime, softens hands while you do dishes. And the member of our studio audience will receive from Casablanca Ceiling Fans comes this sleek contemporary design of white brass with graceful light fixture. The Spirit of Saturn from Casablanca. This is Gene Wood speaking for Cut Sharks, a Mark Goodson television production.
Best known victim. Her book has sold more than 25 million copies and has been translated into at least 55 languages. She has become a symbol of the 10 million souls murdered by the Nazis, Jews and non-Jews, and in particular the one
is the best day of the year.
It's a believer! Yes!
But the meanest man in town will try to ruin it all.
Gotta be stopped today.
Snow Day, rated PG, now playing in theaters everywhere.
When their most honored champion falls to a powerful enemy, a nation mourns. But one will rise to defend his legacy and fight to be...
Help Rigby hang on for dear life as Muscle Man rampages through the park. Go online now to play the new regular show game, Ride 'em Rigby. It's 2 new back-to-back episodes of Level Up.
Ice Titan is just the first of the 4 heralds of the Mountarchian apocalypse, also known as the Mountarcalypse.
Never fail is up to their armpits in Titans.
It's like a bad storm, and we cannot have a bad storm in Daventry Hills.
And then...
Is this part of the presentation?
No. Later, Chronicles, 100 trip over your tongues.
It's 2 new back-to-back episodes of Level Up. Tonight at 7:30, 6:30 Central. Only on Cartoon Network.
This week on Expansion Pack, Arena presents America's Army.
That's all coming up, and it's right here.
Sunday at 7 p.m.
One of the current crop of new young comedians breaks me up because he's got a hinge loose somewhere, which I think you have to be comic. You have to think funny and think ridiculous. His name's Steve Martin, of course. He'll be appearing at the Exit in Nashville, Tennessee, and on the 12th of this month, 12th and 13th of October, and at the Cellar Door in Washington, D.C., October the 16th through the 19th. Would you welcome, please, Steve Martin?
Well, thank you very much. Got a lot of people here. How many people are here tonight? Just out of curiosity, raise them up. Okay, well, we're going to... One other question before we start. How many people do not enjoy raising their hand? This is just a curious thing for me. You do not enjoy it. Okay, let's get going now. Oh, one thing before I start. I don't like to plug things on the show, but I recorded an album a couple of months ago, and 2 days from tonight, that will be this coming Thursday, we're going to erase it. So, okay. That's right. Professional comedian, can't trust a thing I say. Oh, my shoelace is untied. Oh, I love playing jokes on myself. All right. Okay, let's get moving now. We're gonna have some fun tonight, eh, folks? Oh, before I start, this is a dumb thing to talk about, but I gave my cat a bath the other day. And I'd always heard that you weren't supposed to give cats baths, you know? But my cat came home, and he was really dirty, and I decided to give him a bath, and it was great. If you have a cat, don't worry about it. They love it. He sat there. He enjoyed it. It was fun for me. The fur would stick to my tongue, but other than that, it was really great. So, all right. Here we go. You have to forgive me because whenever I tell that joke, I get kind of depressed. I shouldn't talk about this, but it was my old girlfriend's favorite joke, and you know, sometimes after the show, I'd come home. We were together about 3 years, and I'd come home and tell it to her, and she'd laugh, and I get kind of sentimental because she's not living anymore, and that's... And I guess I kind of blame myself for her death. I shot her. Okay, let's get going. Here we are. It's a Tonight Show. You're expecting to see a professional show. That's what I'm here to do. Professional comedy. Let's get going with professional show business. Here we go. Hey, hey!
See-through Vision saucepan withstands heat that turns ordinary saucepans into sauce. Best of all, it lets you see your meal before it's all over. Visions by Corning. It's visibly superior.
持っていくんでしょうか。もう一発ありがとう。パワーがあるだけではなく、このチェーンの威力も駆け出して持っていったザップティに対して腕を取っていく。関節技この辺りや取った素早いところを見せます。なんとかロープでザップティ。しかしあれは取って返される。なかなか自分のペースに持ち込むことができません堀田由美子。
There's a bit of a sinister protection racket going on in this town. The only way to guarantee safety is to hire a couple of hoods. This is Basher and this is Bruiser, and they're going to make sure that I'm all right. There's one there. All right, they were cheap, but it keeps the monkeys away. Come on. Oh!
Paid to fly on TWA. I'm part of the new quality control team. I report directly to the chairman on what's good and what needs improving. When he's happy, you're happy.
Today's TWA. Find out how good we really are.
When you visit a BP or national service station, you'll be given a money match card free. If the tow halves match, that's the amount you'll win. Prizes from 50p to £10 will be paid instantly. If you don't win first time, keep the tow halves and try again on your next visit. You could be lucky enough to win a top prize of £20,000. Free money match at most BP and national service stations now.
Hey, Princess, what you doing?
When I kiss this frog, he will turn into a handsome prince, and we will live happily ever after.
Wouldn't you rather have some Honey Nut Cheerios?
But he's a prince.
But who can say no to real golden honey in every O?
Maybe we should just be friends.
Honey Nut Cheerios, the irresistible part of this good breakfast. You're not really a prince, are you?
No.
Ever think that maybe, just maybe, you could wash that dry clean only sweater yourself? Introducing Dry Out. With just a few easy steps in about 30 minutes, you can clean and freshen your dry clean only clothes in your household dryer. It works. It has even earned the Woolmark and Good Housekeeping seal. Dry Out. Suddenly dry clean only? Isn't.
Hurry, let's go!
Meet 2XL. He asks you questions.
True or false? There are now living on your body over 200 tiny creatures. That's true. True is right.
2XL is full of fun questions and answers about animals, sports, monsters, even jokes.
What do you call two banana peels? A pair of slippers.
Who's the talking robot with a mind of its own? 2XL. Batteries not included. Additional tape sold separately from Tiger.
Season Spas, your official spa expert and one-stop spa headquarters, because All Season Spas still has the finest spas in the world at the guaranteed lowest prices, starting at just $19.95. Because nobody else has a 24-hour emergency service hotline and our unique shop-at-home convenience and free estimates. And All Seasons has all the accessories, too. All Season Spas stands alone. Open every day till 6, Thursday and Friday till 8 at 2300 South Colorado Boulevard, 4 blocks south of I-25, and 88th and Sheridan, just south of the Boulder Turnpike. Remember, everything else is just hot water.
It cost a nickel, and a bus ride only used to cost a dime.
Lots of luck.
Them days can be forgotten. The world has gotten rotten. Lots of luck. Lots of luck. Lots of luck. Every day is getting tougher. And it keeps on getting rougher. A dollar isn't even worth a half a buck. So in order to survive, just to keep yourself alive, what you really need today is
Lots of luck.
Lots of luck.
Lots of luck.
Lots of luck. Lots of luck.
lots of luck.
Oslin in the boat number 52. But the winner, Wheeler Baker. And second place, oh, baby, you call it. Alan Oslin on the outside, boat 52, and Butch Ream in 712 getting third place. So your top 4 finishers are these. And they will go on to compete with the other finishers in the 2 earlier preliminary heats in the final. Let's go down to the pits. Well, normally we like to talk with a winning driver, but as you can see, Wheeler Baker is heading out in his 7-liter to race in the coming up Governor's Cup.
Well, Don, I'll see if I can get a word with Wheeler. He's a pretty busy man down here. Say, Wheeler, you having fun yet? Are you having fun yet?
The Governor's Cup is on deck.
By Addison.
Ahoy there!
What's that?
The district nurse.
I thought it was a foghorn.
It is. Mr. Randall, unbutton your coat.
Do you mind?
I want to inspect your shirt.
Oh.
That's it. Saw it on your line. Couldn't believe it was that white. Makes my whites look grey. How'd you do it? New Fairy Snow. Fairy Snow? Yes. Gives you real soap whiteness like this. Come and show me. In my washing machine.
Aye, sir. I mean, madam.
How about that for real soap lather? Looks powerful.
It is. Fairy Snow's powerful soap lather gets right into every fiber. Works with your machine to force grey out, force white in. Gives you real soap whiteness.
That's first class. Fairy Snow in my washing machine from now on.
You can buy it anywhere. Not everything's on the national health, you know.
Ah.
Use Fairy Snow in your washing machine. It forces grey out, forces white in.
Place. She puts on the cars, different locations. The bills are all different names. She's got checks with people's different names on it. And she's telling us she's a lawyer. She's got a law card. She's pretty good.
Crew's hustling pool in The Color of Money. Sid and Nancy is based on the life and death of rock star Sid Vicious. 3 misfits are on the lam in the offbeat comedy Down by Law. And it's a race against time for John Cleese in Clockwise. It's all coming up next on Siskel and Ebert and the Movies.
Switch from this freeze-dried to decaffeinated Folgers crystals. Folgers isn't just darker. It's so dark, so rich, it'll surprise you. It looks more like dark, rich ground roast coffee, but it's not magic. It's just darker. It's decaffeinated Folgers crystals.
Aren't red checkered tablecloths anymore. Sometimes they're not even tables. Picnics happen when they happen. Whenever good friends get together over some of the best fried chicken you've ever tasted. KFC's original recipe chicken. Real chicken. On the bone, in the bucket. Along with all the good stuff it comes with. So come on down to KFC and pick up the 10-piece finger-licking feast for just $14.99. And have yourself a picnic. Anytime, anywhere.
What a beautiful day.
It's so peaceful floating in the sky.
Earl, I want to tell you something.
What's up? What is it? Pull the chain, baby. Get ready. Skatoony balloony.
Are we never gonna stop?
Skatoony balloony.
Can you tell us where we drop?
If you know, then you better call in.
'Cause there's heaps of prizes you can win.
Skatoony balloony.
Great prize giveaways with Skatoony Balloony. Starts next week from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Only here on Cartoon Network.
wazoo. I must avenge my father's death.
Cut it out, guys!
You must not succumb to the evil path.
I shall take your power. It's yours.
Jim and I had it together. It's what we came out west for. What's it worth? A lot of hard work, and then what you got a farm unless the bank takes it away.
Madeline Stowe, Annie McDowell, Drew Barrymore, and Mary Stuart Masterson rough it on the range in Bad Girls, a feminist western and one of 5 new movies we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert. I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune. Our first film is Bad Girls, and here's a concept for you. How about a western starring a wild bunch of women? Remember how the prostitutes got beat up to start Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven? Well, we get the same opening in Bad Girls, only this time the movie is about the ladies of the night and day. 4 19th century hookers who get tired of taking abuse and strike out with dreams of their own, including those of Mary Stuart Masterson, who hopes to develop a piece of land her dead husband owned the rights to.
Build him so.
It is an unequal contest. Nightsticks and tear gas turn the streets into a battlefield.
In 1900, the 4th of July was an especially joyous, noisy affair. Everyone who could kept his carriage home that day. Fireworks were known to unnerve the horses.
Our attempts to stop the Energizer Bunny have failed. We've got to get his battery. And to do it, we need somebody big. 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 Ah! It's the end of the road, Mr. Energizer Bunny.
Like a perfect family,
I can't stand it anymore.
but they were kept apart by their mother's secret.
Why is she shutting us out?
A touching, realistic drama that is rare for television. A fine performance by Rue McClanahan.
What's wrong with me?
Starring L.A. Law's Michelle Green and Rue McClanahan.
Don't we have to find some place to start?
To My Daughter on NBC Monday.
Journey into a mystical realm of sights and sounds. Enter the world of the Dark Crystal.
Teams in the sporting news. The fans' favorite for over 100 years. All the news and stats and standings, everything you want, every week, starting with a big baseball special preview issue. Grab a pencil and here's a friend with all the details.
Save more than half off the single copy price and get 38 issues of the sporting news for 3 payments of $7.16. That's 48% off the regular price, plus the guide to baseball nicknames. Call 1-800-592-6000.
What causes most of today's headaches? Doctors know it's tension. And of the 4 leading pain relievers, only Anacin has a special ingredient to relax tension. Today, 3 out of 4 doctors recommend the ingredients in Anacin for headache pain. Look, in Anacin for headache pain. Look, with tension headaches, pain mounts up. You feel dull, depressed. Tension puts nerves on edge. Aspirin, with its one pain reliever, has no special ingredient to relax tension. Add buffering, still nothing special for tension. Only Anacin, of the 4 leading headache remedies, has special ingredients to relieve pain fast, help overcome depression fast, relax tension fast.
I feel great. Headache's gone and my stomach isn't upset.
And no wonder. Anacin is like a doctor's prescription. That is, a combination of ingredients. A particular combination that brings fast relief without upsetting your stomach. Remember, aspirin, even with buffering, has no special ingredient for tension. Take Anacin for fast, incredibly fast relief.
A new Ford Escort LX for $99.99. Which Escort LX? It's the price of the 3-door, the new 4-door sedan, the 5-door, and even the wagon. That's right, it's your choice. 4 Escorts, 1 price. And all equipped with air conditioning, AM/FM stereo radio, power steering, rear defroster, power mirrors, and more. Have you ever wished buying a car could be this easy? Have you driven a Ford lately?
Street Fighter 2! What's tougher than a Capcom Street Fighter? A Street Fighter's mother? No! How about the Crimson Cruiser with Championship Edition M. Bison and Street Slamming missiles? It's not as tough as Championship Edition Guile going boom in his Sonic Boom tank. Or the Beast Blaster. It comes with Championship Edition Blanca and Chun-Li and fires double trouble missiles. Street Fighter 2! Capcom Street Fighter 2, Sonic Boom Tank, Crimson Cruiser, and Beast Blaster come with Championship Edition figures, each sold separately. That's a lot of stuff!
See this push-button phone? We're sending one just like it, free, to people who've already responded to a very special offer. And now we're going to make that same offer to you. So watch closely. Then I'll be back to help you get your free phone.
Imagine below Hogwarts is a hungry beast that sinks its fangs into gummy creatures, dips them into a magical potion, and hardens them.
Crunchy. Delicious.
Snake bites. Harry Potter Snake Bites Candy Maker lets you make, inject, and eat gummy treats.
Box at Lake Exit ran 103 miles an hour 2 weeks ago, and we feel like right now it's the fastest boat in offshore racing, any class.
Check another one of the cylinders.
So we decided that we'd just pull the boat in and call it a day.
Is this the same problem you had this morning?
Yeah, it is. We brought the boat in after the first race. We were in the lead for about a mile or two and pulled about a 3/4 mile lead, and then the same problem started. We brought the boat in, changed the ignition coils between races, went back out, but the problem persisted and continued, so we decided to call it a day and not blow the engines.
George took some of their early V-bottom designs from the Eltro boats and made the Challenger and then the Shadow 21. This is the boat that put Linder on the map.
Watch it there. That's a handful. She's only 21 feet long, and 85 miles an hour is a lot for a V-bottom. That's that good George Linder design. Same fellow that designed the Shadow Cat. Excellent little boat. Gonna cross the wake. He is. He's staying right in there.
Following the success of that 21-footer with non-constant V technology and a pad bottom to boot, Lures and Linder got together and combined their talents and experience in this, the 30-foot Shadow Cat. It boasted ram wing technology and multi-dihedral sponsons. The result was the fastest boat in Lake X the first time out. This boat was a barn burner. Great in rough water and fast in calm water, it ran with the other boats in its class with twin engines while they sported triples. And it laid down the gauntlet to the V-bottoms as no other hull ever had. Here in its early racing experience, in the S-class running against full-fledged fuel-injected inboards,
勇者様ご招待。ゲストキャラが嵐を呼ぶソウルキャリバー2。ゲームキューブ。
For centuries, the little town of Acme Falls was a land of peace, prosperity, and mime.
Well, no place is perfect.
But when a
NBC's Saturday Night at the Movies presents Climb an Angry Mountain, starring Fess Parker, with guest stars Barry Nelson, Stella Stevens, and Joe Kapp.
Every player has a weakness. Tonight, Mr. Grant Hill's weakness takes center court.
There's only one place to go for the irresistible taste of America's favorite fries. Did somebody say McDonald's? Now come to McDonald's and vote for your favorite NBA All-Star.
Normal thing to do under a given set of circumstances.
You mean to get on the animal in question
and
and
ride
run?
around?
Yes,
I
it
mean,
would be.
yes.
Mhm.
This is not an animal that's just raised to be eaten, for instance.
No.
Is it the kind that is ever eaten, even in France?
It's an unpleasant thought, yes.
Okay. But the type that you are dealing with is bred for something else. Is that correct? Would it be in the equine family?
Yes.
You have something to do with four-legged horses, right?
Yes. The only kind.
The only kind to have, anyway.
Miss Early, do these horses have a particular interest in, or do their owners have a particular interest in the rate of speed at which they can run?
Yes.
Are they race horses?
Yes.
You have something to do with race horses. Do you breed them?
No.
That's 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Randall.
You have something to do with their running about.
Yes.
That is to say, you actually are concerned with their operations and are not sitting in the stands clocking them or making book.
Yes.
Have you something to do with training them?
No.
That's 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
Well, you're not an exercise boy, but you may be an exercise girl. Do you walk
Right.
the horses?
Well, that's what I meant when I said
And I think in the spirit of it, I should get some exercise.
But
so
that's what I
will
meant
so
when
do.
I said train them. They don't train.
Well, they don't
just
train, they exercise.
But that's part of the training.
No, they cool them off.
No, actually, Miss Early works for and with a trainer, Mr. Tom Jolly, right? But she exercises the horses for Mr. Jolly. One day you hope to be a trainer,
Yeah.
right?
You
And,
throw out a stick and they run and bring it back to you?
Wow. What are you doing on Saturday? Maybe you'd like to go. You're down in Louisville now, aren't
Yes,
you?
we are.
And the Kentucky Derby is this Saturday. We'll...
This is it.
What is this?
Introducing the full-size 5.6-liter V8 Nissan Armada.
Where are we?
Baker Street, where makers make delicious treats. There's the baker of squares and candies made with care. There's the cookie baker down the way and caramel made by the saucy saucier. And at the ice cream shop, everything these makers make to perfection becomes part of the Haagen-Dazs Artisan Collection. The Artisan Collection, new from Haagen-Dazs.
And that's not all. Every week on ABC, outstanding movie.
Here's a game story of a group of rich thrill seekers who, out in the wilderness, pay big bucks to hunt not just an animal, but a real human being. The rapper Ice-T does a good job as the victim, a distraught homeless man mourning the death of his wife and daughter, and a street-roaming Good Samaritan saves him from a suicide attempt and has an idea about a job for him.
Isn't there anyone else, who's missed you? No. I find that hard to believe.
Man, look, maybe you don't understand this. I don't want anybody to care about me. I don't want to be responsible for anybody else's feelings, all right? I'm through with this.
Hey, let me ask you something. If someone offered you a good job, something that would be a real opportunity for you, would you be interested?
The job takes Ice-T to a fancy cabin and dinner where he doesn't realize the following morning he's going to be hunted like that pig on the table by these same rich guys.
There's a toast to the hunters.
Hello, stranger. Welcome to Cirque de Oive. Hey, the circus always welcomes a volunteer. This trick is simple. You run towards the horse. When I yell, voila, the rope will lift you up and onto the horse's back.
Voila! Tonight, it's our special 100th episode celebration. Voila!
Got from coast to coast to make you smile.
America, this is you.
You might be a star tonight, so let the camera roll. America, America, this is you. Da, 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 da.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Saget.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi there. It's our 100th show. It's our 100th show. And look at all this stuff. Wow. Somebody moving? No, I must have made that entrance 100 times, except when they locked the door and I couldn't get in. There's a lock on that door. Go figure. Kind of my producer signaling me, don't come in. You know what? This is our 100th show. Have I mentioned that? So I think, oh, thank you. I think I should make a special entrance for it right now. I actually, did something a little special, right? Special entrance, right? Ernie, would you please?
Now we come to the main.
In the competitive world of home computers, the Commodore 64 is absolutely unbeatable. With its enormous 64K memory, its printers, plotter, disk drive, monitor, and its vast range of software, we believe the only thing the Commodore 64 doesn't have is any serious competition. The Commodore 64. Never forget it's the world's biggest selling home computer.
Traps heat and prevents it from escaping back into space. The atmosphere of Venus contains some 300,000 times more carbon dioxide than planet Earth.
The actual size of a Jolly Rancher candy is 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch square. But the actual taste of a Jolly Rancher candy is immeasurable. Jolly Rancher candy, the great taste of fruit squared.
The raccoon is a night wanderer by nature. He follows a regular route through his stretch of woods and waterways, searching every nook and cranny along his trail.
The chicken McNuggets lover crossed the road because McDonald's was on the other side. Heading for McDonald's, chicken McNuggets, heading for a lot of fun. I follow the leader, I follow the signs to like tender chicken, but walk, don't run. McDonald's found a whole new way to eat chicken. Grab the #1 nugget and start dipping. It's a good time for the great taste. Oh, you just can't pass up the head of the class of McDonald's.
Before the show, I said I'm going to give you a carton of Winston's, and Mr. Seymour said I don't smoke cigarettes. So he smokes a pipe. So we have crossed the bounds tonight, and we're giving him a can of Prince Albert pipe tobacco instead. Okay? Thank you very much. Let me help you out. You all talk to each other. I'll tell you what. It's time, anyhow, to take in our Winston movie for tonight. It's got a corny plot, I warn you, but there is a certain freshness and good taste with all. Now, sir, if you'll come with me.
Couple of hamburgers and 2 coffees, 1 black.
Better get some more cigarettes, dear.
Oh, miss, will you bring us 2 packs of Winston's, please?
You know, I see more people smoking Winston's.
Sure. Winston's taste good.
Like a cigarette should.
Winston, filter cigarette, easy drawing filter cigarette. Winston's new and king size too, brings flavor back to you. Winston, tastes real good, rich and full like a cigarette should, brings real flavor back to you. Try a pack of Winston.
Winston is the cigarette that changed America's mind about filter smoking. Winston brings you a filter that really works, lets you draw so easily and enjoy that real tobacco flavor. Yes, Winston gives you finer flavor in a filter cigarette that's easy drawing. Try king-size Winston. Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
Well, now, friends, I really haven't... I really don't have the proper words to introduce our special guest for tonight. Lucy, we've written an introduction, please. Will you read this to introduce our guest for
Yes,
tonight?
sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I've Got a Secret now presents a man who has thrilled millions with his magnificent and superb bongoing of the bongo drums and his inimitable renditions of Cuban Pete and Babalu, the toast of 3 continents, an entertainer without peer in the annals of American showmanship, a serious actor whose sensational performances have brought tears to the eyes of millions of women and have made strong men sob like babies.
Oh, this adventure. No challenge?
Of course it, Uncle. It's Carnival, the ultimate challenge. Bears, wild rabbits, and a bullet-eating duck.
Bullet-eating duck.
Carnival, the home video game that plays just like the arcade.
Definitely duck. He's eating ammo. Good show, Daphne. She's flying the bag.
Play Carnival on your ColecoVision Atari VCS or in television game system.
Your first trophy, Daphne.
This is John Callan speaking.
You come into this world totally natural, absolutely pure. And that is the heart of the Nature's Pride promise. To make our bread with just the purest, most natural ingredients nature has to offer. Always 100% natural. 100% delicious. That's our promise. That's our pride. New Nature's Pride.
Treasure hunt isn't a kid's game when you're living and your life depend on it. Sharks don't play games. Their ancestors must have had quite a feast 250 years ago when a hurricane sank a fleet of Spanish galleons, along with $14 million in gold doubloons and pieces of 8. If you're lucky, you find some of it. If you're even luckier, you live to tell about it. And man, that's when you know what life really is. You only go around once. You gotta grab for all the gusto you can, even in the beer you drink. Why settle for less? When you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer.
Isn't it time you tried the distinctive old-world taste of Special Export? Only Special Export uses sparkling pure virgin spring water, carefully selected barley, choice brewing rice, and for that European taste, imported Spalt and Hallertau hops. Special Export is fully kreuzen, naturally carbonated, double brewed, the old world way. Try it and you'll agree. You can travel the world over and never find a better beer.
The watch.
Is that a good one?
It's good. We got 4 kids.
Every time I look you over, so real to life it seems. Upon your pretty shoulders, there's a pair of angel wings. Easy loving, see is believing. Life with you's like living in a beautiful dream.
Tu crois que Super Monaco c'est plus facile? Et tu vas rire, t'es avant-dernier. Sega, c'est plus fort que toi.
The most earth-shattering dig-dug. The most realistic joust. Pole position at its best. Only the Atari 5200 Super System plays them. Moon Patrol with arcade graphics. Real sports baseball.
You're out.
Only on Super System. 2,600 games, the adapter plays them all. The Atari 5200 Super System. Its only competition is you.
Game Show Network. All play, all day.
Ooh, boy. The holidays are busy. I can never get everything done. But my brother Chris, he was born ready. Heck, he was walking at 3 months. Me? I prefer the thrill of last-minute shopping.
Hi, I need some stuff quick.
Sure.
For my wife, my uncle, 3 cousins, and some elves.
All right.
There's only one Kris Kringle. For the rest of us, there's Best Buy.
Parang kailan lang namang hasa pinipili at kay Chris na Willie daming toplele nung kainuman beermen Juday, Cindy at Francine bilis ng panahon talaga kapag tayo sama di nawawala sa mesa ang pamilya sa Miguel Beer at mga barkada sa San Miguel Beer walang katulad ang Pasko.
そうですね。さあ、とどめを刺そうとばかりに今、つぶさが登場してまいりました。モールをたる山崎美月。さあ、落とされた。これは意外な反撃であります。山崎、これも空振りであります。東京実務所、そしてバックを取った。これがタガーマンの体勢です。つぶさがこらえた。しかし、一気にいくか、後ろに落としました。ジャーマンからバックドロップになりました。体勢がちょっと崩れておりました。髪の毛を掴んだ山崎を見て、ギロチンドロップを後頭部に落としました。そしてもう一発サイドドライバーだ。今日は本当にすごい大技が日曜茶飯事。両チームが次々に大技を出し3つ目か。長いを決めた。危なかった。ちぐさが危なかった。 今度は山崎が出てまいりました。このまま決めるか、エビが食べて決めるか。これも長い落ちにさ、フラッグラインになりながらかわしました。さあ、今度は次手だ。今度は次か。運び固めの体勢に入りました。山崎こらえる。しかし、完全に運び固めの体勢に入ったステップオーバー。ステップオーバー、重心を落としました。いやー、この運び固めも久々にいますね。
もう、長屋ね、右膝ね、はい、完璧ではないんですけどもね、はい、今、悟りやっぱりちょっと解いてしまいましたね。そうですね。
まあ、しかし、同時に入るだけでも、長屋千美香、大したもんであります。さあ、今度は万字が出ました。万字が出ました、山崎樹。今日は両チームともですね、本当にもう、持てる技を全て出し尽くすという感じであります。見応えがあります。今度は立野がいく。回転指固め、回転指固め。これもカウント1でした。さあ、バックを取りました。おーっと、このままいった。さあ、どうか。いった、クロックジャンプの勝利であります。完全に完璧に決めました。これは長い落ちにタッチプレッチでした。そうですね。大事なプレースではね、はい、タイガー式のモードといろいろしてるんですけども、はい、長い落ちにさがですね、しっかりと決めて、もうピクリとも動きませんでした。縦の伸びを鮮やかでした。長い落ちにさ、大技で仕留めました。
Delicious fruit-flavored tricks, and I want some. This job calls for a super disguise.
Look, what is it?
Oh, it's fruit-flavored tricks.
Dropping in for some?
I'm here to help kids of America eat tricks as part of this good, nutritious breakfast.
Tricks taste real fruity.
Tricks has fruit taste I like. There's lemon, there's orange in every bite.
Whee! The rabbit! Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids.
Even super rabbits get hung up on tricks.
From News Channel 5, Cleveland's live 24-hour news source continues.
Good evening, I'm Liz Klayman. Here's the latest. The Canadian government has announced tonight that a probe is underway into the cause of a mining explosion this weekend. 11 miners have been found dead, another 15 are missing. The Cleveland Cavaliers stunned Celtics fans in the Boston Garden today when they beat the Celts 114-112. They tie the Celtics in the series 2-2. And a boat in Bracknell had to be rescued tonight by the Coast Guard after it smashed up on the rocks on the shore of Lake Erie. No one was injured. Your 24-hour news source continues in 1 hour with News Channel 5 at 11.